start the year strong.
All right, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, any combination of the three. Hope y'all are doing well. And yes, there is a little bit of a different screen this time because I'm trying to test something in the background. So I apologize. The first 5-10 minutes of the stream, we're going to see how long it's going to take. I want to try to figure this out. So I've been trying to make a lot of updates to the stream, try to clean up the quality of it. And then also, apparently there is a way to get a vertical orientation stream going. So I've been trying to figure out how in the world I set that up. So, and the only way to test this, as far as I know, is to do it live. And I'm just going to be checking on my phone, as it were. So if you're watching this from a YouTube app and you are watching in the vertical orientation, let me know, because I do have it set up quite a different ways of how we're going to go through this. And it's going to be looking really cool for shorts and for gameplay. Obviously, I'm really excited for Enfield, which I'm going to use this a lot more for, but unfortunately, I have no real way of knowing how well this is working, other than if it's, oh god, I already see one mistake on the vertical side that I got to fix. So hope everybody's doing well. Yes, we are going to We are going to be focusing on... Oh, no. How do I make this... Hold on. How do I crop this again? Whoop. Cool, cool, cool. It's vertical on YouTube. Currently watching on my phone. Nice. Is it vertical on... Because I went to hit publish, and it made a second stream, and I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it, or if it's something that it automatically changes, because I can't really see it on my end still, unfortunately. Like, I don't have my alert up or anything. How do I get back to, like, my background and all that stuff? Because, like, why wouldn't it show me a preview, right? Like, I have it in OBS. Like, I got that part of it down, but why doesn't YouTube have something in the background that's like, hey, here's the two different things that people can see? But if everyone says it's working, let me just lock this really quickly. So I guess just for my own 100% sanity that it's not... For those on mobile, right here, you should see a different character. Do you know? Or, I mean, I guess no one's not gonna know if you don't know me well enough, if you don't know Grand Blue Fantasy, but do I have a different background here compared to what's beneath, like here, I guess? Is Magna worth investing in if we have her E1? I would recommend waiting to see what the tower requires or not. The second stream, not vertical. See, I think it started that second one by accident. So let me... I might regret this, but I might stop the... Well, shoot, that might have just kicked people off. If I tried to stop the other vertical, but maybe it's still working now. My background is supposed to be Grimnir right now, if you're on vertical. If you're on mobile, or I guess like just mobile web, it should be my normal blue. Oh my god, why am I just gonna blank on the name of the knights? Saint Seiya, there we go. I was gonna say the Saint Seiya inspired background is what people should be seeing. All right, sorry, I'm gonna check on my phone really quick just to see if this is like actually working. Because for some reason it still had the other... I'm gonna delete the... And now it's just not going to work on my phone, I guess. So the vertical one is supposed to be for if you're viewing on the YouTube app specifically, if you're on the YouTube app, or if you're going through like looking at shorts, that is where the feeds are, or the live is supposed to pop up. So I was just trying to do this as a way because what's really cool is that if you saw the short that went up today, I made this new vertical layout so I can actually just take stuff directly from the stream and put that up for shorts. Again, the only problem is that I just have no idea how to literally have no idea how to check it on my end. But actually, I'm dumb. I can just do a display. I guess this might not show you everything, but you'll get this will make this a lot more sense. Sources. It might obviously break it because I'm going to do display into display, but it probably would make more sense if I just share my OBS. Make sure there's nothing else on screen that is sensitive. What have you? Cool. All right. Nope, that is the old... Oh, wait, we're on the wrong scene, right? I have to actually go to my display screen. That would probably help. Let me actually... Does anyone actually watch YouTube vertically on mobile? A lot of people, which is why I wanted to do this, because I didn't realize like how important it was. Like, literally had no idea. All right, well, this is probably not going to look great for everybody, but on this right side here, this is the vertical layout. So you'll have like myself in the top little webcam area, and then there's like the actual gameplay screen beneath it. So I tried to set this up. I guess it's probably not working totally, but hopefully, because I just like ended one of the streams. Like there's a little stream button here, and I have it set up over here, but it's a good question if it's working or not. Hey Neo, good to see you. But for those on like Twitch and stuff, it shouldn't change anything. And it also lets me clip stuff very easily for mobile. So that's the other reason why I want to put it together. All right, let me move stuff back really quick so that's not in the way. Oh, sorry, I wanted to check on the YouTube side because it put up 2 different streams at once. I think it is just the one stream now. But hopefully that is hopefully somebody confirms otherwise, or multiple people I should say, confirm that it's working, because you know on desktop I'm obviously not going to see it. All right, so let's go through some policies really quick. But yes, as I mentioned, we are going to be focusing on doing a couple Kalipe runs tonight, trying to make sure that that works. And then otherwise, again, I just wanted to, it's going to be a little bit of a shorter stream tonight. I mostly wanted to check the vertical to see if that's working, and then also test if the quick recording that I have works or not. Will we be able to watch the stream normally, or will it become vertical here? No, it should be broadcasting in both. So if you're seeing like the normal full layout that we have, you should be totally fine. Yes, we are going to try to do a vulture ejection build for Kalipe. Because if we were to go look at my old one, now that we got that out of the way. So my unfortunate secret is that I have not used her in approximately 5 ever. So we did have like this meme one that I built that was unfortunately pretty bad, all things considered, because, you know, we got vulture ejections, but we didn't really get anything good with it. And I don't think that we're going to want to go all in on the shield variant, right? Like, vulture ejection is a very interesting card, right? Let me pull this up. When we consider the various Epiphany choices, we have either going all in on damage and just making her try to deal as much AoE as possible. You know, make her like Yuki, I guess, but obviously now Yuki is just going to do a better job at that. We, of course, just have the all-in shield, which, hey, if maybe we need it, that works out perfectly fine. And then you have like the awkward 50-50, you split both, but do a little bit of damage, do a little bit of shielding. And I know a lot of people prefer this to be the main go-to, but the interesting part is going to be how much does the tower really ask for us to have shields, or is just like some amount of sustain going to be good enough? So I am hopefully going to be working on a vulture ejection build tonight. You know, getting a divine on this would be ideal, but just finding a way to find a more full auto-friendly team, because if we go back, right, if we think back to the very early days of Chaos Zero Nightmare, the most full auto friendly as well as difficult content clearing friendly team was Kalipe, Veronica, and Mika. And honestly, even, you know, 2 months later or whatever it's been now, I don't think that's really changed. Like, if we are trying to be, you know, AP neutral, Veronica still doing a bunch of damage. We have Kalipe, who's going to be giving you a lot of free damage with Celestial as well as shielding. And then Mika just gives you that oopsies heal when you really want it. It seems like it's still going to be a really solid team, all things considered. Now, I am still going to want to try and focus on a 5-star and 2 4-stars team that can, like, auto through tower. And I think overall, Kalipe, just when we factor in vulture ejection and how much shield and damage that this can give us, this will hopefully, maybe, sort of, likely be the most reasonable choice. So I think I am short on potential still. Yeah, like, I didn't upgrade her all the way. I guess we could if we wanted a little bit more shielding, right? We could actually get this one all the way up to its max amount. We could get more health, and you know, we could just get more damage and all that stuff. But man, 700 attack on a tank, not cool. What rank am I now in the Great Rift? I don't want to know. Oops, wrong one. Ooh, hello, performance issues. Top 3%. 1.12, I guess. So whatever this is worth. holding strong with a Nia team, no less. And again, this is the same build that I used back in like right after Christmas, whenever I uploaded that video. I think it was the day after Christmas. Same one I used back then. I haven't changed. I haven't attempted it since. I even forgot to get my Rift rewards last week. So again, for those that kind of forget like me, right? You do still want to go through and make sure that you get your 500k score for your crystals and whatnot. And just to further sell myself as someone who is very unmotivated by certain things in game, is that we are at 0 out of 30 for our Dimensional Twilight as well. So we got to do some work. Am I planning to go infinite? No, I'm just focusing on preparing as much as I can for the next content, for the next banner. Because also keep in mind, everything that we know so far points to the fact that we are going to lose Laboratory Zero, right? Technically, all of this, the Forbidden Catalyst, all of this menu is going to go away in 6 days, which means we should also lose our ability to auto-refresh Laboratory Zero, right? When we have like this save data. So I also am very motivated to go through and make sure I farm as much save data as I can. Because again, I will be so honest with y'all. I'm always going to be very transparent. Like, if I'm not enjoying something, I'm not going to farm it, play it, what have you. I am not going to want to farm save data after next week. So I'm kind of screwed for Narja, obviously. Like, I'll have to go back and farm Narja, but that is the only character that I want to spend time farming on, because you literally cannot pay me enough to do Zero System in its current state, right? It's just not a good spot to be. So I got to give that a big fat. And I don't know if that sound clip came through or not, but I was also very happy I finally set up my Steam Deck again. Stream Deck, excuse me, for the couple of recording and other kind of fancy widget buttons and all that stuff that I have. So that's always fun. Yeah, that's a very good point. Like, Dimensional Twilight is, well, okay, but before the monkey paw curls on me, right, and before the devs like come after me, I am very happy that Dimensional Twilight is easy enough that we don't have to put a lot of effort into it, and it makes getting our crystals super easy, right? That said, it kind of also kills my motivation to really care about it, because I know it's one of those things that I can just go through and clear in like an hour, because my characters are all, you know, potential heavy invest and all that stuff. But my God, on the other hand, having Great Rift just be Giga Sweat, Ultra Lord, Nightmare time is just not it either. Well, that's the thing. There's not even like a next Laboratory Zero, right? Again, this is all going away. We have no season until February. Nothing. It's gone. The only thing we have after next week until an undisclosed time in February is Zero System. So it's like I have to sit here and do this codex and waste all of my resources to try to get, like, I don't want to reset to get a tier 12, right? Spend a bunch of credits, a bunch of orbs if I have them, just to get a tier 12 and be like, oh boy, I'm so excited that I have a tier 12 to work with, you know? No, this is awful, man. And then it's the RNG. Like, this RNG gets worse. Keep in mind, right? Like, for those that don't know, you merge, you get 1 of 3. They're going to add Laboratory Zero to this. So there's going to be 6 different chaoses that we're now trying to get, as well as try to roll a better tier value on. Like, no part of this is good. So, like, again, I'm sorry. I will do my day 1 patch and all that stuff. And obviously, I'm still going to play a bit. Like, as much as I'm bitching right now, I'm going to obviously lock in and still play, because my wife, Narja, is finally coming home. The one character I've been looking forward to the most. But at the same time, like, Enfield is going to drop the following week. So when Enfield drops, you best believe I'm going to enjoy the 2 to 3 weeks away from Chaos Zero Nightmares, just so I don't burn out while waiting for the next season. Like, I need to make sure that my mental health is good while we wait for the next update. Now, again, Season 2 looks like a banger, man. I'm super excited. But Narja just has to come at the worst possible time, because, look, face it, The only content update that we have in January, or I should say next week, right? The second half of January, is the tower update. And that's going to go through sometime in February. And that's a one and done thing. Like, I'll finish the tower in a couple days, and then what? I'm going to go through Zero System, do this, and try to find better Narja save data? Like, nah, it's not it, man. Yeah, and then also you have, like, the rare fate occurrence that's 5%. The mythic item that I talked about in the Maribel video, right? Like, now you're telling me if I want to go back and do my Maribel run, I have to work with this 5% rare chance on a event that only happens on interior, which means I then have to always go all the way through. Like, technically you want to always clear through Zero System, but man, it's just not, it's not fun. It's not rewarding. Nobody, I mean, I shouldn't say nobody likes it, but it's just not, it's not it. So I hope that they're going to sneak in some updates for Zero System. Let me push that back up really quick. I messed up my menus on my other screen. Yeah, I just realized it says it's streaming the... Yeah, I'm just gonna have to hope that by some miracle of RNG, someone on the greater YouTube is gonna be able to find the stream and be like, oh yeah, the vertical mode works. Because yeah, now it looks like the only thing that's coming up is the current live that I had put together. All right, if I literally spent like an entire day on this, by the way, trying to fix the stream and whatnot. So if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I will just have to look again later. Why is she in deep trauma? And again, I don't know how it is for gachas. I'm just a humble TCG player and content creator, but like, it is totally normal for people to take breaks in TCG to take, you know, refresh and come back, you know, whenever the next set drops or stuff like that. So I'm really hoping that season 2 is going to be a big banger. But again, at worst, I'm excited for Enfield. I'm going to have that video out hopefully tomorrow. I just got a bunch of like screen caps to talk through, or screen clips to talk through and whatnot about why I'm excited for it and all that stuff. But otherwise, I am largely going to be going into Enfield blind. Like, I know there's some issues like with the gacha and stuff, but I'm not really going to interact with that side of the conversation that's going on right now. Again, if I enjoy something, I'm going to play it. I'm going to, you know, check it out and all that stuff. But if it's bad, then I just won't play it. I'll do my like review video, say why I bounced off of it, and then that'll be the end of it. Boy howdy, we need some help here. Wait, what are we missing? Health, defense. We are missing basics, which means we're missing just any generic stat pieces. I don't really care. Do we not have another? Looks like we do not. All right, whatever. She will get some stat stick stuff, and it is totally okay. Yeah, Agony would be fine, too. Haru feels so bad even with E2. I still use my Haru for Judas. I mean, again, that's element advantage, so that probably goes a long way, but I still like her at least. Actually, how much does her say? We don't remove all 3, right? We want to just like remove 2 basics. I can keep like upward slash. I guess the removal is not as important for her. Yeah, I'm going to keep, I think I am going to keep the 2 in the deck just for the sake of the celestial triggers. And I just didn't want to sit, honestly, I didn't want to sit here and bother refreshing a bunch either, so I just wanted to pick the one that's like, hey, man, give me some 1 HP starts. Yeah, having Veronica and Mika goes a long ways. I don't want a monster card. Yeah, Reminisce, thank you. All right, as always, we are going to be looking very quickly for a early elites. We're going to be looking for the tunnel. Cool, we can skip both of those and go up here. And then removal, and it looks like we're not getting a single removal. Oh, that's kind of a bummer. Also, low-key pro tip, right? Because, where is her thing? Because we already start with Vulture Ejection, there is actually a point to be made here that we want to try and skip as many fights as possible on the first floor, just so we don't get other cards added to the deck, while also trying to find a removal event. That said, I'm not going to really hyper-focus on that too much. I am just going to go through how I just said I was going to. There's the elite. I was like, where's the... Here, here, and then up. So we have 2 elite nodes. I might as well get my credits because we have a lot of costs for removing stuff, and hopefully that all works out. I just remember that they have 1 health. What am I doing? Sample events, like, fine, right? Like, I will always be someone who is more about doing, like, proof of concept builds instead of doing, like, the, oh my god, here's the Mega Ultra Giga Sweat top 100 only Selenial max build, right? Like, that'll never be me. I am always the person, coming back to, like, my TCG content days, I am the person who wants to encourage people to use other combatants. Now, again, unfortunately, with how the Maribel video is doing, it doesn't seem like I always have that luxury, so I will just kind of continue on with the focus of highlighting multiple different builds at once for a character if I can, and then just focus on whatever the newest characters are going to be. Getting 1 extra removal event here, though, is very nice. At least we start the Ballista. All right, well, rest in peace, us getting all the extra cards. I did say we want the potential removal event instead, actually, so I guess we're going to go to the rare event up top, and then we'll swing back to the other elite. Blessing of Waves, gaining shield is always going to be an MVP in my book. Might also be extremely relevant for the upcoming tower if you just need extra healing, extra shielding, extra sustain. It just does everything. Yeah, I think they have a lot to kind of clean up for the in-between season. Now, again, unfortunately, I have a sneaking suspicion just based on what was on the roadmap that we're not going to get a lot of changes until Season 2 for making the Chaos experience better. But, you know, again, at worst, right, we got like 3 weeks to deal with it and then, you know, come back when it's better. All of these are terrible. Try to get both these guys in blister range if we can. Actually, I'm gonna go look really good because now I'm forgetting what else is in the roadmap. Hold on, let me pull it up on the. It's posted in the Discord, but so January is Spiral Tower of Screams, the big one that we knew about. Memory Fragment Management Improvements, which is just going to be like the little UI update, which is kind of whatever. Unique Codex Options. I honestly don't remember what that one is off the top of my head. Story Skip feature, cool. And Simplified Simulation Gameplay, which just means shorter time to do dailies. I really don't remember what Unique Codex Options were now. Maybe that's something good. Someone in chat will have to keep me honest if they have a better memory than I do. All right, going up to the elite, as I mentioned. Sure, we'll see what our divine is. What do we even, man, what's like even a good neutral? Just like vulnerable is probably still just the best neutral overall. Counterattack is really good with Magna. Like, don't get me wrong, this is actually kind of a really sick for a Magna build. Actually, no, because Magna stacks infinite, right? Anyways, off of the, one of her upgrades. None of these are good. Did I build Maribel and Amir? Maribel is done, Amir I did not. Just because Amir is more like damage focused. It's the one that transform your card into something usable in the chaos. Yeah, but Fortitude is Fortitude is just like a 20 damage reduction, right? Not like a 20% reduction. So even with casting multiple of these, I just don't think it's going to reduce enough overall. It's funny, though. Like, it might be worth it just for the memes to have a build around it. Because, I mean, in theory, this does work for tower applications. All right, now we don't have our ballista. I guess that was a bit of a oopsies. Was the RNG event where you have full map of random events? Oh, I remember now. Yeah, that's whatever. That's not exactly, you know, motivating or engaging for a lot of us, I would imagine. So yeah, January might be a big sleep, unfortunately. That's what I gotta say about that. Which again is fine because I'll have Narja to build up, which we'll finish Narja in a week. Like, I guarantee we will. So after that, it's just kind of waiting for whatever the, or I should say whenever the February update's gonna land. I hope it's 3 weeks after. Obviously, sooner would be better, but I'm not going to hold my breath either. No, we did get up to, what was our last attempt? Our last attempt for Maribel was 36,000 damage, I guess. No, what is 14 times? I am being dumb right now. It has been a long day. I've been trying to keep up on a lot of stuff. New shorts, the Enfield video I got to do. So we did get close to 40,000 damage was our last cap with Maribel. But that 40,000 damage is assuming that all 3 crit. And also keep in mind that the only way to get that Maribel to go a little bit higher damage scaling wise is that we really do need to get the rib cage as well as the sphere of randomness to max our HP even more. So I feel pretty confident that we could get her damage somewhere in like the 50k to 60k damage range, assuming that we had the right gear on her. But I mean, that's just like impossible to ask for in a short amount of time. Oh shit, shout out to whoever it was in chat that said mutant sample. Thank you. But yes, Vanguards are going to be the main focus for us going into the tower, so we're going to hope that Kalipe is going to carry for us. Not like this again. There we go. Oh, I didn't remove the other shield yet. Also, something to keep in mind is that that 36,000 damage that we hit is with damage reduction modifiers on the Nebula Distortion bosses. So, like, her raw damage is actually a lot higher than that. But still, it was really cool. Like, I'm very happy with that Maribel build for something that just kind of, like, randomly came together as we were trying to build her. Nice! Very lucky on this. Something that came together just as we were trying to prepare for the tower content, but... You know, Maribel being a one-hit KO is kind of hilarious. I guess I'm gonna keep the. I guess no, we really don't need blessing either. Well, very lucky for us. Now, again, we don't really need any Forbidden on her. We could take the lead because she's going to go with Magna, and Magna can cast it for free as well. But the downside with grabbing the lead one on Felipe is because you can trigger the finale card that she has, and that just feels terrible. Disposable Ego feels like it would be a good card, but it's one of those things where it's like, if I don't like hit a 2-cost or 3-cost off of it, it's going to feel terrible, and I don't often want to spend the 1 action point on this anyways. Yep, we're going to remove the repose next. We are just going to grab the Ecstasy of Violence here for Veronica, just to give us some more damage. Oh, I just remember that we already had our Divine anyway, so this technically doesn't matter, right? I mean, yes, a Divine helps on Felipe, but our copy target's always going to be the Vulture Ejection. Bro, that is a very fat shield, though. The fact that this doesn't have retain bums me out. I should have put the Divine on the other card, to be honest. I don't think that we're going to need that much shielding for the for whatchamacallit, for the tower events. Now here we want to make sure that we get our Core of Discord just so we can fight the last boss and not lose our stage 15. Or tier 15, I should say. Yeah, that's the other thing. I wish we knew how much defense and stuff that we're ultimately going to need. My other big hope for the game mode is that they make breakdowns relevant as well. And that way they can, like, you know, punish people who try to bring 0-card character decks. Yeah, sorry, I was thinking of the neutral retain that we had on Maribel that gives the same amount of shield. So the trade-off there is that we have a neutral card that gives us as much shielding as that overpower, but Felipe gets the 2 tenacity damage on top of it. And you're like, I kind of don't care about the tenacity that much, if I'm being honest. It's like, it's okay. It'd be really sick if the guy drops Ribcage for us now, though. It would be a little bit ironic if they drop Ribcage for us now as well. Yep, I'm like, damn, they are super dead. We generated a Ballista, too. Not the right card. Or not the right gear, I should say. So that is another one that I'll remind everybody is that a lot of people didn't know this before the video. And I mean, to be fair, I didn't either because it wasn't relevant. But your max shield is always equal to 2 times your health. So in this case, we have 2,400 HP right now, which means our max shield would be 4,800. The better Epiphany is the one that adds 30% shield per card. I mean, what? It would be like a 200-ish on average if you have like extra draw and stuff as well. I could burn the retain, but like I don't want to keep all of this. I really want to just keep this for the attack again, but it's fine. Again, the biggest downside of these guys is as they start to stack up, the abilities can get really annoying. Damn, we're getting all our epiphanies super early. Are you gotta be shitting me? Even more fortitude, but no, we want the celestial variant. Yeah, she is really just not doing a lot of damage for us still, huh? But with a week left to go before the next major update, what's everyone else's characters that you're working on to finish up? I will say I'm still really bummed I can't go back and work on the Luke that's just sitting in my my box. Just because there's not enough stamina resources and all that stuff. I'd love to actually get a Luke and Lucas run going. Just so I could say I finally played that duo. Still stuck on the Serennial grind? Which version are you going for? Are you trying to get like the AP and get all the high roll with Divines, or just trying to make like a usable one? Potential seriously just takes forever. I am so mad that the double event is already over. Trying to make shield Veronica. Tell me more about that. What do you mean by shield Veronica? Oh yeah, vulnerable. Okay, vulnerable would be sick too. Oh, that's right. Yo, let's give a shout out to Kayron though, right? We talked about it a very long time ago, but Kayron actually has a very good one-cost spam sustain build that with Ray goes kind of crazy. So we'll have to see what type of support that Narja ends up being, but she could be really good for that team comp as well. If you don't have a Vanguard that you want for the tower, but you have a Kayron that you can use. Look into Kayron. We did a sustain guide on the channel, but also just like get his one cost that says deal damage and healing, ramp that up with Ray's that upgrade that gives plus 40% to healing and damage. I mean, you're sitting kind of pretty at that point, I gotta say. Oh, yikes, this hand. Please crit. Yo, seriously though, monster changes when? Oh wait, did I Oh wait, I just accidentally clicked on something. Wait, I thought that was set to... I don't know why that is. Okay. Oops. All right, let's remove some stuff really quick. Actually, wait, what is the wording on the agony again? Oh, it has to be a targeting attack. Never mind. So Gastro is still better. Iron Wall is cute, but I'm not falling for the memes again. Carapace is fine. Oh yeah, this is the neutral that I was talking about earlier. Like, you just get a lot of shields off this bad boy. One day I will actually build a support that has Wanderer of the Void, because that card just does so much against like Judas or even other bosses where action turns matter, right? Yeah, that's another item on my wish list, is just some better gearing optimizations in general. I really hope the next season has some good stuff for us when it comes to build variety and stuff like that, right? Because if we look back and I was just gonna say I want to do a season 1 like review and look back, but I know that it would probably just be met with like, oh wow, you crapping on the game. Like, it wouldn't be a well-received video, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But you know, I think when we think about the forbidden cards, they were really cool at first, and then it very quickly shifted to you only really cared about Eternal Hunger and Ecstasy of Violence, and the rest were just like, yeah, man, I just whatever. I don't care for these, right? So it's just like, well, that doesn't feel good either. So I'm hoping we have a bit better of a balance in the next update. I'm sure we will see more changes when it comes to what's available and you know, new gear, new fates, new everything. Well, Foretold Ruin is fine if you want to run for the like the mythics and stuff, or just have to deal with like the very low chance of it. Like, it's, you are technically correct though. But I think there's something to be said that we need a general pool of Vanguard cards that will like appear in the shop and stuff. We shouldn't be hard limited to a single zone to farm up our decks. Fury is the best forbidden? Alright, someone's Cassius coded. Get him. I think if we're just hyper-focused on Cassius and what he wants, yes. But, so the reason why I gotta give it for Eternal Hunger, right, is because, yes, it is obviously very degenerate to loop with Nia, but the benefit that you get from Nia for Eternal Hunger as it boosts other characters, I think, in my opinion at least, Eternal Hunger is by far the best forbidden. There's entire strategies that could not exist without Eternal Hunger. Damn, bro. Why is it like that? I mean, like, Rally is cool and everything that we have the Celestial, but again, this is not what we not what we're targeting here. So we are going to call this a run and back out. Oh, that's the Agony one. That we don't need that. What is the best alternative to Veronica for save data farming if I'm running DPS with Mika? What is the best alternative to Veronica for save data farming if I'm running DPS? Oh, you mean just somebody else with high number of uniques? Mei Lin, I mean, it's technically great too for the next highest, but it just comes down to whichever characters you have that work. Chizuru and Rei are also really good, but then you have to run like double support, which can be a little awkward. There are options. It's just, if we're asking what's better, like what's next best compared to Veronica, not much. Like Veronica's Ballista just goes crazy. Yes, and we're the next week is all around building up Vanguards for the tower, which is the new content dropping next week. Yeah. Ecstasy of Violence is just purely damage, right? The fact that you can get like an 8,000% damage card without Cassius shenanigans, I think does also merit a special shout out from a damage potential. Like, Ecstasy of Violence can make any damage dealer good enough for the game. Like, even Owen. But yeah, it's, for me, by far and away, it is Eternal Hunger. But we got a couple votes for Fury. We got a couple votes for Eternal Hunger. What is your favorite Forbidden card that it was introduced in Season 1? All right, once again, looking for elites removal at shops and a tunnel. So we do have to go down for tunnel. We have a shop here. We have a shop here. Doesn't. Oh, God. Triple elite. Holy hell. All right. I mean, we got credits for days if we go down. So I'm just going to go down. Do I think Haru is going to be meta or at least usable here? By here, do you mean Tower of Screams? If so, yes. So the thing about Tower of Screams is that they're making it where there's no turn limit. There's no, like, auto die on turn 10. Like, none of that, right? It is, like, if you can clear the content, you're good. So that should open up the playground, as it were, for more characters to shine and have an opportunity to be like, hey, we can use whatever we want. Now, obviously, if you go in with a, like, Vanguard-heavy team, you are going to have a lot longer of a time to clear the tower. But if you don't care and if you just want to use other characters, or maybe you want to do it on full auto, right? That's another very real situation. Maybe you want to just have a team that can purely full auto all of the tower, right? And you have like Kalipe, Magna, Mika, right? Sure. Build up those 3 characters, set them to full auto, and you should be fine. I kind of don't care what they throw at us at that point. If I have a finished Kalipe, Magna, and Mika, I'm not dying, bro. Especially the Magna that I have, I'm not dying. What's better than Ecstasy is 2 Ecstasy cards. Like I said, I love it. I think Ecstasy of Violence is a banger. Also, just because I'm going to forget and I want to check in every so often, if you are watching on a mobile device right now and you see the special vertical layout, please do let me know in chat just to make sure if it's actually working or not, because I still have no idea if it's working, unfortunately. We'll just get this out of the pool. Fury, Hunger, and EOV are my 3 forbiddens. Yeah, I think that's very, very solid. Is Magna viable now? I think no matter what, if you have a kitted out Magna, you should have no problems clearing the tower. But we do have to wait and see what type of, you know, punishments that they put into the system. Because be mindful, you cannot go into, or I would not recommend going into the tower with a 0-card deck of any combatant. You're going to have a bad time. Yeah, right? People who wanted to do the Orlea and barrel deck, right? If you want to do that combo and just build up super cheeky opening fires, now's your time. The world is literally your oyster for insane builds. Sick. Okay, we get her, we do get some Agony stacks. Love to see it. We want more credits, more money, please. Thank you. Still hate this guy, though. Couple quick crits from the ballista, and we'll be good to go. Bro, what is with the fortitude tonight? I don't want any of these. Just whatever. What nerf do they get for Wolvesbane? None that I'm aware of, at least. None that I remember, I guess that's better I should say. Yeah, it's funny because I did get a, we did farm up a barrel opening fire build, which was a lot of fun, I gotta say. It wasn't a perfect build, but good enough to see the plan come together, and I am staring at that Orlea in my selector pretty seriously. But it's one of those things, like, I am just holding out until the Orlea updates in March, I believe it is. We're kind of low on credits, honestly, at this point, so I'm not gonna go fishing for anything. But yeah, I hope it's fun. I hope Narja is going to be good for tower, just so I have a reason to use her for videos and whatnot, but also just because she is my favorite character that I've been waiting for, so we'll see. I'm going to try to do, I guess let's think about it, right? So there's going to be, oh, is there not going to be there won't be a Great Rift then either, I just realized, right? There won't be... No, I guess the only leaderboard thing we'll have then is going to be the actual, like, hey, this is what people are clearing tower with and stuff. That's kind of a bummer now that I think about it. So there's even less content for me to do next week than I thought about. It's kind of a bummer, man. Might honestly be a short update. Let me see if so the patch is technically the 14th. It'll be the morning of the 14th. Enfield is on the 22nd. And the 19th is a holiday as well. I mean, that's a solid week to get everything done. Like, that should be more than enough time to clear through and make a couple videos. Are the Serennial changes that big? I think they are. So, like, look, I know a lot of people are still all in focused on the Oops All Ravage build for short tenacity bar characters, but it's a pretty significant buff change, whatever you want to call it. I know people are divided on if it counts as a buff or not because it's just fixing what works. Whatever. It's a buff to my build of Serennial, so I'm happy, damn it. And obviously, if you're an E2 enjoyer, then it's even better, but I'm happy. For what I see from the leaks, she's a Void controller. 1, please no more Voids. 2, we know that on the website she is Instinct. So we at least know that we can get Instinct put together. If it made her weaker, they would call it a nerf. Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at with it too, but Again, I am but a humble TCG content creator who's swapped over to this and has been very blessed with how everything's been. So I will pick up on the lingo eventually. They're buffing the memory fragments too, right? Which they're changing the UI for it, but they're not buffing any memory fragment sets, if that's what you mean. Well, the difficult part about Passion, right, is that we just have to wait and see what they do for what's going to go with Mei Lin. Because the second that we get a controller for Mei Lin, man, good lord, help us all. I personally just always take the Retrieve 3, but man, 256 is a banger. Like, the fact that this just continues to scale. Oh, actually, wait. It's going to be a multi-wave fight, right? We know that it is going to be a 5 battles in a row, which means this should actually stack over all five battles, right? Like, if you cast a upgrade in wave 1 of the fight, you have that same upgrade in wave 5. So actually, we are going to take the 2-cost here version to try to scale this up long term. It'll be very interesting to see how much that matters for the tower, that is. I appreciate it. Hopefully the dentist appointment went well. My god, we need a heal. I have not been paying close enough attention. Yeah, AP is a problem, right? But then you just get Serenial and have the AP move epiphany, and then everything's great all of a sudden because the character's insanely, you know, insanely good. We need to check our health real quick here. See if we can heal up a little bit before we use a ballista. Nice. Damn, that is expensive for a filling. Just hope the crit, I guess. We love a good crit. For buffer rate, do you still use void damage, memory, and crit chance? Depends on if you have her like basic attack and other stuff built in. If you're trying to use Rey as just like strictly a buffer, then just give her the flat HP defense nonsense and just try to get better stats for your team. Oh, what am I doing? This is the tunnel. My bad. I'm like, I really want to do a removal event, but unfortunately we have to go into the tunnel here. Oh, have we not gotten Vulture ejection yet? Hold on. Have I just been spacing out? There's a lot on my mind. Oh, no, we didn't get it yet. Cool. Neither of these are whatever. Well, we might be able to get a Divine here, which would be nice. All right, we're going to hope that the next one's a Divine. Vertical short streams would usually show up on the live tab as a separate stream. I only see the one. Vertical streams would usually show up on the live tab as a separate stream. Oh, really? So do I have to do both? Oopsies. I guess let me... I can fix that really quick. But yes, Ray is still technically the best damage booster in the entire game by a significant margin. So, unfortunately, she is still the GOAT in that regard. Apparently I lied. I might not actually be able to fix it. I mean, I hit live on the vertical key again, but I don't think it's popping up in the background. So I'm pretty sure this will... All right, nope, we will continue on. We will see how it looks from there, and then it should be fine. Oh, we got random divine here, so we gotta pray like anything that goes on the vulture. Good old Mika. Saw yeah, I will say another reason why I am very excited for Enfield. And again, I know that is just the starter roster and all that stuff, subject to change, what have you, but there is a lot of diversity in the Enfield cast, which is nice, and something that I'm personally really excited for. And that's something that Arknights has always done very well. So I'm hoping that they carry that through. I understand that there has to be a higher percentage of females banners, but I do hope that the males get some love as well. So we'll have to wait and see where that ends up balancing. If you pause the video at 53:28 of the 4-piece set on Yuki, they showed the set had a 2-set and a 4-set condition. That would be nice, but I'm not sure how much that would really help us. Memory fragments, I think, need a lot of work. Connection is bad. I was trying to start the vertical stream again. Are you on the vertical version, Shane, or are you on the normal desktop? I apologize if you joined right when it was trying to kick over. Which, now I have the vertical side live, maybe. But I have no way of knowing how to pull it up on my end and see it. Do you mean the pity system for Enfield? For like 120 being required? I will say, like, I am a bit of a old head when it comes to the gacha space, and I am not going to sit here and try to defend casinos, right? At the end of the day, all gachas are predatory. You just have to decide for yourself if it's worth engaging in or not, and that's my, like, bigger stance on gachas, like, as a whole, right? Like, I come from Grand Blue Fantasy. Pity is 300. We accept that you kind of get screwed over and you only spark or pity out a banner 3 times a year. So I come from a very different starting place, so it's almost unfair for me to really critique the gacha itself. Now, that said, I have seen a lot of breakdowns that have like, oh, well, actually, if you look at the gacha from a higher level and if you factor in X, Y, and Z, the gacha in Enfield is actually very good. I'm not going to sit here and try to defend that because I shouldn't have to write a master thesis that then says, hey, this is good, but when we all agree at the end of the day that the gachas are predatory in nature and they're there to make money. So I don't like any gacha system. I don't want to sit there and have to like defend it over the top. It's just figure out what your own individual thresholds are going to be for it and then decide if it's for you or not. But I will, try to approach it the same way I approach Grand Blue Fantasy, or I guess I should say even Chaos. Well, Chaos Zero Nightmare is a bad example because obviously I'm in the creator program. But when I was playing Genshin and stuff like that, let me take a step back. Back in my early Genshin days, I also just accepted that I was not going to get every character, so I would buy the battle pass and I would buy the monthly card, and that was my investment. That was the hard line that I would draw, and I think there was only one scenario, if I remember correctly, when I was more actively playing Genshin, that I was like, oh my god, I really want this character. I'm going to, buy a top-up for it. So, again, I think everyone's going to have their own threshold and priorities of how much they want to engage with it, so we'll see. I think it is something a lot of people are still going to be very upset about once we get the full game and what have you, but technically it is subject to change, right? So that is like the one thing I would have to say is that I don't want to say too much on it because it all could be completely different next week. Or 2 weeks, sorry. Yeah, Grand Blue Fantasy really ruins your perspective on modern gachas. And again, Grand Blue Fantasy is the game that I play the most. And there's also something to be said about like, look, I'm old. You can see my grays. They're there. So, I'm also someone who's well into my career, and I also recognize that there's a difference between myself, I shouldn't have cast that, by the way. There's someone like me who has the extra disposable income and doesn't care, like, right? I come from TCGs. I'm used to spending hundreds of dollars a month on card games. So, look, the craziest thing for me is that, like, realizing how much money I've been saving focusing on gachas instead of TCGs. That is a very scary thing for me to say. And again, I will continue to be like, that is a big factor of why I'm focusing more on gachas, but man, when you really take a step back and realize how much you spend on TCGs in a year and how much I'm going to spend on gachas, let me tell you, I'm very happy I'm in the gacha space by now. I hope that I can continue to do this all year long, and I will be a very happy person. Now, again, I'm still going to do my TCG gigs on the side. Like, I'm going to be casting Union Arena in February for Bandai. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm still potentially going to go to Korea to cast Cookie Run Brave vs. Worlds. Fingers crossed on that as well. And then I will be, as other opportunities come up, hopefully I'll be casting more TCGs. But at least for right now and for the next couple months, that's like what's on my radar and what I'm going to be going to and what I'm going to be casting. Yeah, but it feels bad, right? We shouldn't tell people to be like, oh, the gacha's fine because worse exists, right? I do think that there's a comment to be made around what does the modern gacha system look like and how do the rates compare across those games, right? Like, obviously the biggest one to talk about is how people compare Genshin, Wuwa, like, right, the more 3D gacha side of things. Difference is you can resell TCG cards? Yes, but it depends on what TCGs you're playing in particular, right? Because if you come from, like, the Japanese trading card game, which is where I spent my last 11 years on, right? Japanese trading card games, in general, do not keep the resale value. So if you do not sell, like, that week one, you just accept that your cards are not going to be worth anything. Now, obviously, there are some small exceptions to that, like One Piece is like having a big influx of Poke Bros that are being in Poke Bros being Poke Bros, right? We don't need to go on about that one, but generally speaking, you accept coming from the Japanese trading card game market, things like Vanguard, especially things like Yu-Gi-Oh, where it can just like tank on a ban list. You're not going to be getting your money's worth per se. Now, like Magic and Legacy, I used to play Legacy all the time. Yes, those card games are going to also have their value kind of be saved. I just realized we didn't get our Epiphany at all here. But this is technically good enough, so sure. These are all terrible, but it helps us go through the run, so sure. All right, I mean, this is a let's continue the run moment. We'll maybe get something good. I still don't care about this. Like, this just does not do anything for Kalipe. Instead of changing their strategies for upgrading every single character or pulling every new character for multiple dupes. Well, so, like, there's also the mentality around, like, oh, what example was I just gonna say, right? Cookie Run, right? So I know that there is also a difference between a Japanese gacha versus a Korean gacha versus a Chinese gacha in like how they approach character dupes as an example, right? Like in Cookie Run, you need to pull the same unit like 20, like I think it's 20, I don't know how many times it actually is, but you need to pull the same unit a shit ton of times to like even be usable, right? Where in Chaos Zero Nightmare, Genshin, what have you, having E0 of a character is totally fine. So I think you also need to factor that in when we're talking about like what threshold of usability do characters have. But yeah, I'll be very excited to, not excited, that's a very poor choice of words. It'll be very interesting to see where Enfield ends up, given all the drama that the game has had up until now surrounding their gacha, because I think that is something the devs are very aware of that they have to address. Which I feel really bad for people who are trying to engage in that community as well, because earlier today I was in the Enfield Discord just trying to look up more information about the game, trying to find some stuff for the video that I'm working on. And once again, I jumped in and like there was just memes being spammed of like, oh, someone mentioned gacha, so now we got a meme about gacha and do our same copy paste for like 20 minutes of flooding the chat. And I'm just like, bro, like this has got to be exhausting to deal with every single flippin' day, man. Like I don't want to see this. I have to imagine the average person doesn't want to see it either. Please, like I don't need this. I hope they be more toxic, so it means more pulls for us. I don't know. I got a feel for the devs on this one, right? I think the devs have had a really shitty time dealing with like the launch of the game and still obviously having a really bad time with the community on their side specifically. Like at some point you just gotta be like, damn, bro, I feel for the devs. At least I do. Oh shit, how many removal events do we have left? Well, we do want to go in the tunnel because we need our divine. Okay, well, we're at least getting one more removal. Hopefully we can go here to get double. I think this is fine. I'm sure, but I'll cast it. I need to know pull income before I know if the 120 no carryover is fine. I don't know. For me personally, like even if it's like some giga generous amount, I think that there's still, and I mean, again, obligatory disclaimer before I even finish the sentence. Gachas are predatory. I understand, but sometimes it's just nice that if like you want to be able to throw a 10 pull into a banner because you're like, you know what, yo, if I throw a 10er and I win and I get the 5-star or 6-star in Enfield's case in a 10 pull, cool, that's great. Let my pity carry over, man. Like, give me that one little, throw me that one little bone if you can. So I really do wish that we'd at least get the carryover side of it. But otherwise, as long as it's, you know, transparent up front, because it has to be, as long as we all know it going in, that it's just like, look, if you want to waste your pulls, if you don't have 120 or bust, that's on you. We accept that going in, but man, it's still gonna feel bad. I posted the screenshots in the Discord. That's how it looks between both. Oh, thank you for seeing what that. Let me. I don't have Discord up. Oh, so are you saying the mobile specific view should be under the live category then? I might just have to try and fix it for a following. I'll try it again for the next stream. I'm sorry that this didn't give us the new vertical view and everything. Oh, it doesn't even want to open on my phone. I can't even open it. Yeah, no carryover in the big 2026 got me feeling a kind of way. It's void, right? I'm pretty sure it's void. Where's my cheat sheet? Also, this is a good time just to spam the cheat sheet if people don't know the cheat sheet. I'll drop it in both. Do people feel Grand Blue Fantasy's gotcha is brutal? I would certainly say so. Just like by standard comparisons right now. All right. Voided is. Come on, man. All right, well, it gave us the giant ballista at least. That counts for something. Oh, we still have the Divine from the tunnel. That might get us something. Because we need our vultures to Epiphany, or we're kind of just SOL, man. Hell yeah, go Agony. But yeah, again, apologies for the vertical stream not working. I'll try to set it back up because when I launched the stream, it did show me two different views of it, but I didn't know like why it was showing both. Well, damn, not exactly what we want, huh? I know damage reduction is the worst one, right? Damage reduction is just like the damage for the yeah, that's not. The thing is, like, I automatically think about my Magna team, which has the counterattack loop built in. So if I want to do a Magna plus Kalipe team, like, more counterattacks is great, but Magna's already doing enough of it, and, like, we don't ever want pure damage for Kalipe, because it's just not what we need. We are simply going to hope that the other one rolls something decent, or we're kind of cooked. Now, again, the downside here being is we got to go through 2 fights before we even get a chance for the Divine, so hopefully we can salvage this by getting a Divine on our other Vulture. Yeah, Giant Ballista plus the Vulnerable Dagger is kind of OP, it turns out. Yeah, Epiphany reroll would definitely go a long way for us. Oh, wow, we didn't even have... Yo, you know what's going to happen. Whirlpool is going to get the Divine, and I'm just going to lose it. I'll just call that shot right now. Whirlpool is going to eat our damn Divine. All right, we just got Whirlpool. I mean, place your bets if it's going to eat the Divine or not. Oh, sick. Always attack... Why couldn't it... Why do we get the damage reduction, though, man? I hate this. I hate this so much. We're gonna run this back anyways. It's whatever. Oh, never mind. We didn't even make it to the... We didn't even make it. Oh, Rally can get one still. Do we know if enemies are multi-hit in the new mode? Not yet. We just know it's going to be multi-wave, but we don't know if it's going to be boss focus or ad focus. But if I was a gambling man, I would say it's going to be ad focus fights. I'll just hard cast it, man. Whatever. Do we even have... Is it 100% rally chance, actually, now that I think about it? Oh, it is just the only one left, right? All right, I mean... Maybe this has some insane pickup. Man. This would be a lot cooler if the rest of our save data was good, but this is really good. I don't think this save is worth keeping at this point. Let me look again after I clear the neutral. Because we have one generic, one counterattack. The overpower is whatever. Oh, but we did get, like, the good greatsword for what we assume is going to be relevant. I mean, all right, yeah, it could be worse. I'm going to save it just in case. We have enough points for double removal because we're just not getting anything else with it, so... I think this is at least still better than my other one, so there's some point of keeping it, right? Second method's a nice pickup. Probably not better than the vulnerable though. In case we get gloomy. In case we get the big glooms himself. Oh shit, did I just go the wrong way? Hold on, where was the... Oh no, because we want the shop. Yeah, we're going the right way. Alright, burning our ballista doesn't feel good. Don't forget the X equip. True, if we want to use her her shield. Nice. Yeah, with the shop coming up, I mean, we have a lot of gold, so we should be able to get quite a few items, hopefully, that make our lives a little bit better. We'll just give a big pew pew, try to do our damage. I get shield up where we can. But yeah, this goes back to the same point as earlier, right? I really do wish we had better Vanguard style of gear just to give more options. Because even with Magna, right, it's like she has a lot of lead-focused cards, so the Nexus is a great equipment for her, the Trinket. And then outside of that, I mean, you just really don't care. There's not anything else that's exciting, per se. Leave up a second screen now. No free vulture, but we get to do a lot of damage, so that's cool. I also keep forgetting that Forbidden is a permanent upgrade, but at the same time, it's not... We don't want to reduce cards often if we're trying to play around Celestial and stuff. I forgot to check how many removals we have left. I think it's just 2, right? Or no, we're going to get 3 removals here, which is nice. All the same, I want to start chipping away at her stuff. Alright, so we are looking for a... We can look for the heart. Again, getting an extra copy of Nexus can be good, and then just any type of chess piece. I mean, sure, I'll spend the credits for now. Like, this armor piece might actually be relevant. Just for small amounts of chip healing. I also like Heart of Gold might be another good choice for a tower. If the damage is actually that high. Alright, powered up enemy. Let's see what we get. Ooh. Yeah, Lush is good if you have, like, multiple stacking instances of gaining shield, because, man, 30 fixed shield is just not a lot, but if you have multiple ways to gain in a turn, it can be really nice. Almost used the wrong one there. I just realized that that is gluttony. That is a mistake on my end. Alright, actually, I might have to, might have to pay attention and lock in here, because I do not have a lot of extra attack cards to utilize here when he's going to be eating our cards. He can eat a whirlpool, though. That's fine. All right, we're just gonna have to commit our shots here. Don't have any silver stacks either. Yeah, something to keep in mind, right, is that the tower is going to be 50 battles or 30 battles, excuse me, in total, 5 waves per. So it'll be very interesting to see how it scales up towards the end. I would expect like the last 2 waves worth of battles or the last 10 floors to hopefully be challenging, right? Hopefully that is one thing that we can all agree on, is that we do want challenging content for the game. It's enough to get a break, but we don't have like multi-attacks here to really get the most out of. All right, bigger shield, hope for the best sort of thing. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Agony. But yeah, otherwise, I'm not all that familiar with a bunch of other gacha games do by comparison, so I will be hopefully pleasantly surprised next week when we get a look at the tower itself. I mean, I guess we don't need the credits, so it's whatever. We'll just take the fighting option. Oh yeah, we can just... we will see where this ends up. I mean, this technically works because we do have the rally shield. What faction do you think Narja would be? She's the, God, Peloton, right? The one that's all about body enhancements and stuff like that. Same thing as Cassius. Hit rank 9 in Great Rift. Congrats. What item did I say I was even looking for here, right? Oh, I guess just Lush Armor. I don't think we've seen a Lush Armor at all this run, have we? Alright, sure. We'll call that good enough, I guess. All good, Ron. Hope you're well. We don't have any cards left, right? We've already triggered everything. Yeah, we got a whole lot of nothing. I mean, sure. See if there's a legendary card, maybe. Probably not. No. I think we have everything we want. We just want to remove a card to maybe get a better copy chance. I think we're good otherwise on gear. Yep, we broke anyways, it's fine. 4 AP homing lasers with increased enemy action count. That is pretty sick. Holy hell. Oh gosh, I meant to use the overpower. Is it worth getting E2 Serenial? It's so hard to say, right? Like, first and foremost, she's just an insanely busted character. I think that's something that we can all agree on. But also beyond that, we have to understand that the best value from Serenial just comes from getting a Divine on her move laser, right? Getting a 1 AP Divine Epiphany on her move laser just instantly makes her an absurd character for a variety of reasons. So, does she get better with her E2? Yeah, of course. But just by how the move Epiphany works with her lasers that go to hand every single turn, I mean, absolutely insane character. Deluge that. Yeah, I mean, like, just in general, like, Serenial is great for farming Chaoses too, because the lasers are just going to come back, so you don't have to worry about neglect as much. She has a couple uniques in her kit, which means with the right Epiphanies, you can not worry about your copy chances as much. Like, man, just a great kit. What a great character. What do I think about future for Chaos Zero Nightmare? Will we see possible power creep? I mean, it's hard to not see power creep already in Serenial. Like, by design, move is already such an insane word to add on any card in the game. And now the devs have also made it that you can have, because of how divines are balanced or not balanced, I guess that's like the payoff, the chase. But once you start to factor in divines and how that further enhances Serenial's kit, man, it's gonna be hard. And I get that she's a seasonal, but it's going to be hard to make a character as exciting as Serenial is. Like, I know that I'm personally excited for Narja, and I'm gonna pull on her obviously for a lot of reasons, but like, I am excited for Narja because I love her design. I love the little like Sharky Ray guys that she gets. You know, if you've seen her spoilers, obviously the animation looks really cool for her little shark pets. Like, there are a lot of reasons why I am excited for Narja, but I fully expect that coming off of Serenial's banner, people are going to say Narja sucks, even if she's overall a good character. I think that's just something that we have to accept. Yeah, I think that they'll, for the sake of limiteds, all future limited characters will be as insane as Serenial. I think that is a very fair thing to assume. The devs have shown that they decide what is strong by heavy mechanics and nerfs. Yes, to a point, but I also want to take into consideration, what does it look like after that banner rotates and the character is, oh, come on. Rally, I guess? Well, that's kind of scuffed. Sure. I want to think about what a character looks like after their season ends, and by season I mean 3-week period, because, like, let's take Haru as an example, right? Haru is still very good when it comes to things like Judas, but are we excited to play her outside of Judas? Not really in a lot of cases. So I still want a character that's going to feel like they are good to use and shine in a lot of instances outside of just whatever their great rift might have been. And Serenial I think it will be insane. I think Serennial is going to be something that we talk about, you know, multiple months from now for just how... Wait, we can back out, right? Actually, I just forgot. We don't need to copy anything. We don't need to remove anything. We have 20 points, which is a neutral card. What neutral would be good? We could get the neutral retain shield, but we don't really need that. There are no upgrades that are good enough. I'm fine. Whatever. This is not. All right. Do we don't need any items either, right? Nah. All right. This is fine. This is. I'm good with this save data. Imagine a Yuki after Serennial. Yo, I don't want to jinx it because it's my wife and I love her design, but mentally I am ready for another Yuki situation. I just kind of accept that's what we're going to be. What am I looking for with Calipe? Preferably a Divine Vulture ejection that is usable. Hey, Frost. Hope you're doing well, brother. But yeah, some Divine that's not, Oh, we didn't even get, like, the Divine on Rally is fine, but, like, the Divine that we saw earlier for the Vulture ejection was just not exciting, so... Hoping to get, like, a vulnerable stack on, like, this... Or, sorry, this version of Vulture ejection plus vulnerable would be sick. Just even, like, a upgraded version of this in general would be nice. Not gonna ask for too much. But I will spend a couple days refining Calipe where we can. Did I test the 4 Iron Wall build on Maryville? How did that go? I did test it. It was too meme worthy. The resolve buffs and stuff that you get are just not worth it. Yeah, Serennial has her downside that, like, if they don't have a tenacity bar, get good, right? But I think from what we can expect for the future in just, like, boss design and stuff, we're always going to have a tenacity bar. I think it's just too baked into the core of the game to not have that be a consideration. Now, again, I won't be surprised if there's some nerf in the future where they introduce a boss on the Great Rift that doesn't have a tenacity. We have said that since day one, but at least for the near future, I think a tenacity bar is a safe bet. Fun card for if you need credits, or if you need help getting through the chaos, but not something that we need right now. Yeah, I think there's a few really cool ways that the devs could balance it, but, you know, as we always like to acknowledge, balancing the game is definitely not on the players, so we'll just have to wait and see what changes that the devs make in the future. All right, well, all right, now y'all got me wondering what's in February exactly again. Hold on, I'm going to look at the roadmap again. So February is the new season, of course. We have 9. We have the Protoss Sync system, which is like in Nikke, how you can boost somebody to the max level, which is really nice. We have the Zero system upgrades and the seasonal trees. That's really fun to look forward to as well. We have the Arena, which is a PvE mode. We'll see. Decorating ID cards. Cool, you know, profile thing. Balance adjustments and save data editing ticket. Yay. Yeah, I mean, February looks pretty cool, though. Again, once February is here, I'll be, like, actually in the weeds of balancing both Enfield and Chaos Zero Nightmare, so we'll be streaming and doing content for both, but I would really like to see some type of bigger payoff when it comes to what can we, like, what are we using our save data for, right? I want something bigger, something grander to use our save data for, which I believe is what the focus of the arena is going to be, but it is a little bit of a wait and see where that ends up. Hope they keep the event chaos open through postseason. Unfortunately, based on the timer, it looks like the Laboratory Zero is going to go away. It's good. Sorry, let me be very clear. Laboratory Zero seasonal is going to go away, but Laboratory Zero is going to get added to Zero System. How is Enfield, by the way? So I am choosing to go into the mostly blind. I am going to do like a couple like first impressions videos that'll be up on YouTube like later this week about why I'm excited for Enfield as a game overall. But otherwise, I am just going to try to go into it, experience it for myself. I didn't get into the beta, so I also don't want to just go watch, you know, a bunch of beta footage of other people playing it. Because if somebody has a bad experience, even if the game is okay, they're going to have like negative commentary towards it, and I don't want to absorb that. So I am going to just treat it as neutral as I can. I would say Yuki is fine, and I'm going to say very fine as like a stress of that, but I think Yuki overall is the worst limited character that we've gotten. And that's where the problem is. Will I do a Magna video so I can copy my deck? As soon as videos start doing better for old combatants, I'll do more of them. But unfortunately, like even the Maribel video is starting to straggle, so I'll probably only do one like retro look back combatant, whatever you want to call it, per season. Narja is Instinct. We know that because she's on the website for the preview. And yeah, Mr. Tentacles is a very good counter to Serennial as well. But yeah, I mean, especially with what's in the game already based on the story update, we do kind of just expect that she's going to be a direct support for... Oh, shit, I totally... Oh, my God. Why did I go up there? We totally just missed the tunnel. We got to restart. My bad. I got... Chronic Yapper. Chronic Yapper. At least we caught it early enough. All right, I'm not gonna sit here and refresh for the perfect start because we screwed up, so let's just get this fixed and let's get back in. Man, it has been a while since I've done that. It has really been a hot minute. All right, top track before first, that's fine. Hey, just farm 560 instinct potentials, right? No big deal. Yeah, Also, like, it is really insane how many potentials it costs, right? That is something that I hope the devs will eventually address. Please and thank you. We need better potential farming. And hey, look, the double event was good. Hopefully, if people saw the video or just saw me talking about it, what have you, like, hopefully everyone got double rewards from the potentials and stocked up. But that is seriously an event that they need to run like multiple times a month to make, well, one, it gets people logging in, but also like, hey, we just need the materials, yo. Help us out. Yeah, it's like 285 or whatever I put in the Discord. Like, I have a full breakdown of like how many resources you need. Oh, I guess I should make one for Narja, right? Shit, let me, where's my notes? Make a infographic for Narja to put on Twitter. On Twitter. Cool. I will totally remember that note that I just wrote for myself. Oh, right, we don't know the class yet. That's why I haven't done it. I'm like, man, why haven't I made the infographic yet? No, we are there is a bet of controller versus psionic, but we technically do not know yet. Wait for class. I will have that on Reddit by 6 a.m. on the 13th, though, because I will be waking up for that update. Yeah. So what do we think, chat? Controller, psionic, Vanguard. What do we got for bets? What do we got for bets? I am personally on the controller copium because I want to replace Mika. I maybe have also pre-farmed controller and psionic books. Will I have a Magnus showcase? No, probably not, but I know that... Actually, did Sue ever do his video? Hold on. Let me see if I can give a casual shout out to Sue, because that dude does great work. Hold on. Let me, I'm gonna see if he did his video. Because Sue was working on a Magna video a while ago. Oh, yeah, here we go. I'm gonna casually plug Sue's video. Where is Twitch? There we go. If you haven't already, go give Sue a follow. The dude's great. Does a lot of great guides. And, oh, damn, that actually has almost 9,000. He does really good stuff, too. Actually, what's the last one that he's done? I don't think he's done one for, like, he did the Serenial one, which got some good traction. His Magna one was a month ago. I think that's the only ones. He did Yuki. Holy shit, brother. His Renoa has 37,000 views. I guess he was like the Renoa stan, all things considered. Oh, shoot. The alert box is off to the side. I can't see it quick enough. will someday figure out how to get this damn alert box to show up properly. But Frost, with the 94 months, my God. Yeah, I'm sure you're happy that I'm streaming again just so you can see that damn streak going up. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you for all these years. Oh, man. Insane to see that. But yeah, I don't know. Sue does great stuff, man. Maybe my videos just suck. I don't know. Maybe I just do shitty videos. But no, for those that are new, this goes back to so again for those. Oh shit. Nope. Reset. Damn. For those that don't know, I'm coming from the TCG side, so I'm still trying to figure out like what videos make sense, what do people want to see, because if you make too many videos that perform poorly time after time, the YouTube algorithm will slowly push you into oblivion. And so it's not always in my advantage to go back and do a video like the Maribel version that I did, but it is still something that I want to do. So I am trying to find that balance of doing a video because I want to versus doing a video because it appeases the YouTube overlords and it makes sense for growing the channel. So that's why I think I'll try to always go back and at least do one more combatant like the Maribel video, but I can't push my luck, unfortunately. Yeah, no, I'm not. no cosplay for myself. And for anyone that might have looked away for a second, we got a bad epiphany on the vulture, so we just decided to roll it back. Which, hey, this is also the #1 reason why I am going to be so depressed once they take away my seasonal chaos, man. We have a shop shop and a tunnel path right here, thankfully. Like, obviously, I'm still gonna do my like 3 a.m. streams for new characters because I just think it's fun. Like, I really do love giving first impressions and then watching how that changes over the following couple days as we refine it more, find out new combos and stuff like that. So for Chaos Zero Nightmare, I'm always gonna continue to do that style of stuff, but we'll have to wait and see you know, how that works out with Enfield. And obviously Enfield will have its own patch cycle that we'll be focused on and stuff, but I'm excited to figure out what the channel looks like a month from now. Yeah, Seasonal Chaos has been the homie. I'm gonna be really sad to see it go. Hopefully the devs learned from the past ones, and we'll have some new stuff to look forward to. I don't know why I said one's plural. There's only been one season, right? So hopefully we'll have some really cool stuff to look forward to. But yeah, again, that the season 2 does not start until February. We're going to assume it's going to be 3 weeks after Narsha's banner, kind of as expected. But it's like that whole like Haru preseason cycle that we're stuck in again, right? So we'll have to wait and see what they end up doing. For Kalipe, we're honestly just looking for a good Vulture ejection. I'm not even trying to get like a super crazy one. I also recognize that's pretty generic of an answer, but it is the answer currently. Oops. Oh, I just messed up my... There we go. Huh. I mean, I guess, is anyone else getting stream stuttering issues? Maybe I should just try to kill the background vertical if it's not working. I don't even know where this, like, vertical stream pushes to, but hopefully that helps a little bit. I'll just kill it for now and then save it for a clip or something later. Yeah, I think the big challenge right now, right, is how long do the devs really expect players to take in trying to clear the tower? Because, honestly, a lot of people should be able to clear within just a few days. OBS and YouTube are having problems for now. I want to make sure that I have a view that works better for those that are trying to watch on vertical as well. I put like a lot of time into the overlay, so I'm hoping that it works out. Oh wait, what? Oh, one extra tenacity damage, I guess. How much does weaken decrease by again? Not a lot. I'm just gonna take the 2 tenacity damage then. Give it less than 24 hours. Also probably fair. From what I understand, the tower will have achievements and some rewards for each character you take it through. So it'll have achievements, yes, and there's going to be not like a leaderboard, but there's going to be a way for them to showcase save data for multiple characters that have gone through it. So there will be, you know, an opportunity for people to like look at other combatants that have gotten some really cool saves from it. Which I think is a good thing to do. Like, we need to see more build diversity in the game, or promote more build diversity in the game. So I do want to give a shout out to the devs for going through and giving us that part of the update to look forward to. I don't know why I bought an item when we're going to be so broke for resources early on, but I felt like buying it for a good luck charm. Yeah, I definitely think someone's going to go in with a Serennial save and just absolutely crush the entire tower. Oh, shoot. Good call. I could have been working on an Owen save, right? Can we give a shout out to Owen for the... Oh, I should have done the vulture. We gotta give a shout out to Owen for the tower, right? Because somebody will clear a stage with him, and technically there will be like a top Owen player. However that ends up working in the actual, you know, UI, we'll have to wait and see. Oh, nice. Extra removal. We do love that. We'll get rid of Repose for sure because it's not going to have a unique tag for it. We have to go up here. I'm not going to screw up the tunnel again. And I mean, that's the thing too, right? If you wanted to build an all-in AoE team very randomly, Owen does have a upgrade. It does reduce your AP every turn, but he has a good AoE effect built in as an upgrade. Like, sure. And there is something to be said about casting less cards per turn means on full auto you can clear content faster, but you would have to see how that actually ends up working out. Both these cards terrible for Khalife, by the way. This is our divine, so I guess we have to take this and just accept that we got the random instead of select. Oh! Oh! Aww. Always attack weakness is just not exciting. What? 30% shield for each card in hand? So if we have, like, 4 cards... 2's fine. Like, this with the divine would have been really nice. We got to get our Core of Discord so we can get our free copy at the end without losing our stage. Yeah, 2 is sick if you have like a Barrel or Leia team. Like, I think this save is going to be like very okay for what we're trying to do long term. No, because a lot of times we want to be casting the Vulture Ejection, or we want to be playing other cards that will end up triggering the Vulture Ejection. So we never really get an opportunity to utilize that retain effect for the shield. Once you have like an all-in tank team that's constantly using 2 costs or more, the retain doesn't get a lot of value, unfortunately. Now, if you have like if you have Orleia, technically, and if you are using a more retain-heavy strategy, then that version of Vulture Ejection can be really good. So there is a use case for it. Technically, it's just not. I'm not using. Well, I don't have Orleia technically yet. Just heal up because the, because we have the reload stacks. We know the Giant Ballista was going to deal enough there. Okay. Again, for the sake of the tower, which we know is going to be 5-wave battles, we always are going to be trying to look for this Greatsword because it'll constantly stack up its own damage over the course of, like, 15 turns or however long it takes to clear all 5 stages. So, honestly, a very good start for our Epiphanies. I think this is, that's rude. I think this is very okay, all things considered. I was really hoping to get Ribcage. I don't think we'll ever hit max shield with a Khalife and Magna team, but Ribcage would still be nice to see, just to know that it exists at this point. Actually, what do we have? Oh, yeah, that's fine. If we can get copies on this Vulture Ejection, I'll be happy, and we'll call it good for Khalife. Again, we don't really need anything crazy. We just want to try to get a usable build for the tower. Give me my shield, please. I know it's only 84, but... Oh, we have nothing to use the AP on. And I think our Magna is still fine. We farmed her a little while ago, at least. So maybe we go back and do a mirror just for the sake of it. I am very tempted to do Owen as a meme. I'm going to be so honest right now. Like, now that I remember that there is going to be a stage for, you know, showing off a save data for every combatant, I kind of do want an Owen save now. We're going to grab our elite here just for more money and all that good stuff. $600 shield? Damn. Yeah, like, I definitely think there's a world where we can get enough shield stacking up, but, like, right now, because keep in mind, max shield is always 2x whatever your total health is. So our max shield right now would be 5,000. So I think that's going to be... I think that's just going to be difficult to ever get unless you're doing the... The only way to get 5,000 shield is with a mirror in the other showcase that we've done. Yeah, Owen's Epiphanies, I think, is always going to be the thing that holds us back. I really want to see the devs, and I feel like I talked about this last time too, but I really want to see for like the 1-year anniversary that we get some 5-star version of Owen as like, oh, he's now upgraded, he's battle hardened, whatever. But just as a way to be a cool nod to like his original kit and whatnot. We'll see what they end up doing, but I also recognize that's like dev time that gets used for a character maybe not a lot of people would be excited about, but I think it would be cool. Marriage problems? No. Man, my boy Owen did nothing wrong. Y'all gotta be too mean to him. But I also, you know, I also understand, like, going into that, am I setting myself up for, like, a video topic a lot of people would really care about? No. But I think it would be cool just to do something like I make a post about. It doesn't have to be a video, but it'd probably be something I just tweet out or put on YouTube or or YouTube post or what have you. Be like, yo, here's our Owen save that was able to clear the tower, and I just, like, leave it as a post. We'll see. We'll see how motivated I'm feeling once we actually know what it looks like, content-wise. Nice of Mr. Tentacles to show up tonight. It's also so crazy to me because I didn't know the whole, like, pinching emote thing. I had no idea that was such a big drama. And now, oh my god, who just did it recently again? I think it's like Honkai Star Rail. Just had another character preview, and I now, because my algorithm is getting adjusted on Twitter, now I'm seeing all the people complain about the new Honkai Star Rail character because she's doing this in her artwork, and like, oh my god, we're gonna have to censor it. Everyone, you know, be careful. And like, bro, this can't be real life right now. Please, please let this not be real life. Like, I can't believe this is something that I'm gonna have to see, like, every other month now, it feels like. Like, why? Why are we here? And yeah, I'll admit, like, I was in on the story for a little bit. Like, it's fine enough. Dude, like, with any live service game, gotcha or not, right? Like, your story is always going to be kind of to start, right? And it'll hopefully ramp up. So, I never minded, like, early on that Chaos Zero Nightmare was getting its rewrite and all that stuff. I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Like, I accept that live service games always suck for their story early on. Or they're, like, setting up for whatever it is. Now, Enfield, I'm sure, is going to be the same exact way. It's going to have your, like, baseline story for setup, but it's going to take a few months to ramp up into anything at all meaningful. Yeah, and unfortunately, wrong weapon, or wrong mythic. I think it's just one of those things that, like, it's become an issue for other reasons baked into the community that now it's just second nature to them, that they always got to complain about whatever gesture looks even remotely similar. Yeah, yo, the free polls were sick. Shout out to that community, but I also don't want to have to see that drama in every gacha game going forward. It's just wild to me. And again, the short answer is, like, I just won't engage with it. I won't have to worry about it, but it's also annoying that, like, every time it's going to pop up on Reddit, and, like, that's the only thing people are going to talk about on Reddit for, like, 2 to 3 days. Enfield's a little bit different because it's a sequel to an already established great story. Yes, but it's technically it's 100 years in the future. It's a different timeline. It's yada yada, right? So, like, it's gonna borrow from the IP, and obviously there'll be callbacks to Arknights accordingly. But I think it's one of those things that, like, they're not gonna really lean into it as much as they maybe could. Yeah, the pose is wrong because people think it's a, people are thinking they're making, like, a small PP comment because they have they're insecure is what I'm trying to say, when it's, like, not at all what it is. Like, the one that really killed me is that there was an animation where somebody was drawing a bow and arrow, and that blew up everything. I'm like, bro, come on. Like, that is a normal thing for a bow and arrow to draw that way. Like, you have to make a pinching motion. I took archery growing up. Like, come on, man. That was the one that really pushed me over the limit. I'm like, all right, this is just something that I am not allowed to engage with, or I'm going to lose it. Yeah, it does feel like watching over the kids' table at the school cafeteria. And you're like the security guy who's just, like, banging his head against the wall, wishing they would not talk about it. Oh, was that Stella Sora? Man, crazy. All right, but again, same thing I want to stress, like, to be dead serious for a second. Like, I'll meme about it on stream and all that stuff, but for me personally, I am not going to engage with any of that type of content. I'm not going to do clickbait content. I'm not going to do drama content, and not to name names, but just for literally making an example. Like, I know Styx is all about that because he is, like, the gacha news guy. I can't do it. I will never cater to that type of stuff. If it impacts my game and it's something that, like, hey, the devs messed up on something, yes, that is where I will cover it, and I will make a video to try to get it changed. Perfect example, the neutral card that you now get in Laboratory Zero for resetting, that was me. I was that guy. My video complaining about it helped to make the devs make that change. So I'm like, cool. I think that is a worthwhile video to do. But if I'm going to sit there and do a video talking about, oh my God, they made the gesture, so now we have to go apologize and this and that. No, I'm not going to. Nah, man. Not me. Not dealing with it. Yeah, exactly. Gotcha drama equals end us, please, Asteroid Kun. My God, I did not know how bad it was going to be. I was not ready, y'all. I mean, yeah, it's always one of those things where you're going to have a vocal minority that brings up a issue that might not actually be a problem within the larger community, but you have to accept that those people are going to get on like Reddit, Twitter, whatever, and be very vocal about it. That's always the hardest thing to remember, and that was always true coming from card games as well, so I'm just kind of used to it at a larger level. Even if something is perceived to be a big issue because people are yelling about it like on Twitter or otherwise, you have to remember that it's only going to be a small subset of that community because people who are happy are not complaining. They're not going to Reddit and screaming at the top of their lungs because X, Y, or Z needs to be changed, right? It's only maybe 10% of the community. Now, there might be some validity to what they're saying, but that does not represent the larger community. The neutral card change when you start a run. So they were going to take away our 10% health buff at a start of a run, and it was only going to be the neutral card. I made a video talking about why they should change it back, and the devs did revert it to where we now do always get our 10% buff at the start. So, yay me. Okay, cool. We get our copy. What Kalipe build are we chasing? We're just honestly trying to get a usable vulture ejection for the sake of content. For the Tower of... I should specify. For the content dropping next month in the Tower. And this card does not matter for Kalipe, so we're going to throw that on literally anybody else. Yeah, people chewed my ass out for that video. That was a time of all times, but oh, we do not even we don't have her shit, we're missing Rally. Hold on. I mean, yeah, I guess we're gonna try to get the Rally and get a Divine on it. Yeah, I would love to get a vulnerability on the Vulture ejection, but I'm not gonna min-max that hard, I don't think. We are currently just doing Laboratory Zero because I am trying to enjoy Laboratory Zero as much as I can before they pry it away from my cold, dead hands. Yeah, we were very lucky to get our shield, so... As long... Like, if I can end this run on quad Vulture ejection, I'm happy. We'll call it done. Honestly, I'm probably going to still quit this run out at triple copy and just... It is what it is, you know? Oh yeah, we're missing her ultimate too. Very true. But again, so I guess to be fair, like I said I wasn't gonna create like drama videos, and I guess technically some people would say me reacting to the patch notes was a drama video, but I believe that is using our power for good, and that is an acceptable use case for making a drama video. Like, look, it was a net positive change for the game, so I think that's okay. But yeah, this is also my casual plug as a reminder, yo, that the Zero system is gonna go, or sorry, Laboratory Zero seasonal is going to go away, and it's only going to be added to Zero system a week from now. So if you are a resetter like me, please just farm it now while you can. Yeah, but that's the problem, right? We don't want to get Rally on the last boss because that's going to be that would be a no-no. Our Rally not appearing until the final boss would really bum me out. Good to see you, Shadow. I don't know, man. I I will still stream, obviously, but I think the amount of grinding that I'm going to do is going to come to a hard stop next week once they remove our seasonal goodness. I will most likely pick it back up in February, but I'm very much looking forward to Enfield once they take away my seasonal, man. I am legitimately dreading that. The fact that we're not getting, like, significant Zero System updates at the same time they're taking away the seasonal just really bums me out. And I hate to sound like I'm being a dead horse for those that have been here from, like, the start of the stream, but I also just want to be very transparent. Oh, I guess we're getting our card no matter what. I just want to be always be very transparent about, like, what content that people can expect going forward. I was gonna do like a 2026 video, but I think it's better that I just do a video talking about each individual game instead of doing like a much higher level recap. Yeah, like, February is going to be so sick for this game. February is... I love the devs. I love February. Getting to February, If I didn't have Enfield to make me not, you know... I'm trying to think of a stream-safe way to say it. Bash my head into the wall, right, for a month. I'm very, very thankful for Enfield, because I am not going to last. I would not last farming Zero System for a month. Man, what a hand. But yeah, the other game that I'm really excited about is called Limit Zero Breakers, which, if you know the reference, it's literally just Grand Blue Fantasy Relink and turned into a gacha, which can either be really, really good or really, really bad. So we'll see. Closed beta test is supposed to be soon. So I will probably dedicate a stream or two to that and then, like, do a review video. But until we know more about it, I really don't want to stress anything else otherwise of, like, you know, please look forward to it, and that's as much as we can say. Honestly, right now, I've just been playing Grand Blue Fantasy and Chaos Zero Nightmare. Oh, gosh darn it, man. Blech. Oh, okay, so technically this rally is better because if we don't have a Vulture Ejection left in our deck, this rally, the first one, will always force a refresh where the middle one will just draw something that's left. So, sure, we got the right rally. Fine, right? But knowing that we have a Divine in the next stage and we're not going to get our Divine now, it happens every time. We don't have a single copy, right? I guess we will see if we can get a neutral, maybe, and then pop a Divine on it, but Vanguards just don't even have good neutrals, man. Like, it feels terrible. Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, Belligerence is your best one, but to have no attacks thing makes us, like, we can't use this if we're going to be using Calipe, who is always going to have a Celestial in your hand in the case of Vulture. Iron Wall is not a good card, unfortunately. Iron Wall, like, once you actually refine other decks, just does not do enough. Is my zero system maxed? Yes, other than like the no buffed up enemies one. But yeah, like I'm out of orbs, y'all. I burned through mine just for the sake of resetting to try to get stuff. Okay, thank God we get an extra removal so we can cut down our deck. But yeah, if I'm not gonna stream tomorrow because I'm really trying to knock out that Enfield video. But on Thursday, or we'll stream Friday for sure. Thursday or Friday, whatever the next stream is gonna be. I am gonna try to get the vertical overlay to work again. So I apologize for the start of stream trying to figure stuff out while it works or not. So bear with me, but we'll hopefully figure it out. So unfortunately, it's not a toggle. It's just a descriptor that gets changed. They debated all of us with that one, unfortunately. All right, let's try to draw some copies here before the ballista kills them. Nice. Immediately popping back up. You love to see it. I will literally never take a monster card. Please, we need this to be updated. These should not cost as much as they are. Or as much as they do, I should say, I guess. Do I think removing other combatants' cards reduces your epiphany percentage? I don't suppose so. Not that at least I've felt or otherwise have noticed. What do I think they should cost? I literally think they should cut the cost in half, make it 40. I still think that, well, I mean, it's two parts, right? One, they need to reduce the cost. Two, some monster cards need a very serious rework and or upgrade buff, whatever you want to call it. The card should not cost that much and be that bad. But the idea of a monster card getting a divine and then costing 60, I think is still a very okay place to put it. It will still limit you that you're only going to usually want a monster card in that situation and characters that want their basics, like Chizuru's basic attack spam, like Mei Lin. But at least it would give a case where it's like, oh, well, if I don't get a bunch of other divines, I can still fit it into some builds. Yeah, like Spirit Fox, right? The copy one is absolutely insane, but beyond that, they kind of feel a little bit lackluster. Like, Forbidden's costing 20 and monster cards costing 80 just does not feel great. I just said we had no divines left, right? Yeah, we're cooked. We're out of stuff. Why am I looking for we literally just said there's no neutrals worth anything here. Aggressive Mutant is cute because it lets you draw a Vulture Ejection. No, like it's just not, it's not enough. Yeah, I definitely feel like there's a lot that can happen with, we do not need this. I think there is absolutely a lot of additional deck building and brewing that can be done once we address the costs. Hold on. Enfield tweet. The special op team is in a position and ready to go anytime. The final prep orders pre-draw event is now live. Join the web event to get the 5-star weapon Sundering Steel within 10 draws and claim the portrait frame Keen Foresight on your 15th draw. Invite friends to assist for a chance to win a PlayStation 5 console, physical merch, and other great prizes. We can't wait to see you in the event. Check out the event rules for more details below. All right, well, there's my ad, and there's also, this goes until February. Okay, I'm gonna, this is actually a more involved web event than I was expecting. I am doing that after stream. Let me tuck that in the, oh God, where is my, oh, don't play music, please. Please, mute. Let me throw that in the back real quick. Because I will absolutely forget. Oh, shoot, hold on. I just said this is our last removal, right? So we have to remove both basics? Yeah, we have to remove both basics here. Womp womp. So we need a... What is even good besides, like, the heart, right? We really need better Vanguard items, man. I mean, Mutant Predator Spike has got to be better than Gastro, right? From a damage increase perspective. Actually, no, because it's such a low damage modifier. I don't actually know the math behind this off the top of my head. I want to assume that Mutant Predator Spike is going to be better, though. Mutant Predator is the only best thing you can put on Kalipe, to be fair. Well, hey, good thing I grabbed it then. Come on, Gamba into a draw, and it is Overpower. Sure, we'll make it cost 1 for this fight. None of the planets have higher chances for elites. It's just the modifiers you pick. That is correct. There's the line item that says, like, hey, you get more elite nodes. That is a thing I'll say. Like, I will both love and hate how much there is that you can min-max and try and target different builds, but it's like, so for those that don't know, I was also a huge, or I still am a huge Borderlands fan, and Borderlands has the same issue where, like, if you're trying to target very specific items, it's a very difficult thing to do in that game, and it's been various degrees of successful in the overall franchise's history. So I think we're kind of in the same spot where it's like, we need to have better opportunities or better targeting methods for certain gears or other items. Because right now there's just strictly too much RNG from gear to epiphanies to just a lot that is currently in the game. Will the 8% attack increase weapon work if we don't have any other purple equip? Have a good one, Kuga. I mean, it's still an attack boost, but if you're talking about for defensive characters, keep in mind that you get a much lower bonus from attack. So the attack increase weapons are not as good on Vanguards as they are for everybody else. Yeah, on one hand, it's too much of a time sink, and then I've been looking into Stella Sora again because a lot of people are looking at that game again for some reason. And it's still so crazy to me, like, the #1 comment I see on Stellasaura's subreddit is like, I love this game because I don't have to play it. And I'm just like, it's such a crazy take. And like, maybe I'm the weird one here, but like, I am perfectly in the middle where like Stellasaura does not have enough gameplay and Chaos Zero Nightmare has way too much just in terms of a grinding perspective. Me personally, I want a game that is right in the middle between these two. And for some reason, that's like a crazy take to have. Oh, Boo hissed this hand. Well, Borderlands wasn't too bad because in Borderlands 2, I think it was, in Borderlands 2, they had drops based on bosses. So if you wanted a legendary item, you would just go farm one boss infinite times, other than trying to wait on pure RNG of it dropping like in the open world. So there was a much better give and take built into the system. Yay, we won the 50-50. Is Cube good on Felipe? I mean, in the sense that it can boost her damage, sure, but it's just... When we think about Felipe, right, we want more defense boosting options, and if you go farm Foretold Ruin, there is a much better accessory slot item for Felipe called the Golden Rule. Look that up. Golden Rule is an MVP. But at least in Laboratory Zero, like, there's just not great choices. Yeah, the other weird take is people complaining about how much other people play and worrying about them burning out. Like, bro, let people play how much they want to play. Crazy thought. Crazy thought, I know. We want to go up. I keep going back and forth. Like, Stellasaura is fine because it is exactly, I shouldn't say exactly, it is basically a game that I used to play a lot of and I miss dearly, Dragalia Lost. So every time I boot up Stellasaura, like, even the art style is similar to it. And I'm like, man, I just miss Dragalia Lost. That is the only thing that I get from Stellasaura. Every time that I boot it up and I play it, I'm like, just give me back Stellasaura, please give me back Dragalia Lost, right? That's it. That is everything that I keep going back to on it. You know what? Sure, we'll take this for Felipe. Yeah, for me personally, I really want Sphere of Randomness on every single one of my tanks. Hey, Monster, hope you're doing well. But yeah, the big PSA that I'll say for the day, right, is if you are trying to farm your Vanguards, Foretold Ruin is by far and away the best chaos to go do because of the items that drop there. Rune Lance is goated. Golden Rule is absolutely goated. You have the extra shield mythic off of the boss, and on top of all of that, if you are lucky enough to find the Corrupted Core for this shield sustain, I mean, the place is great. I just hate Zero System, which is why I don't do it. Okay, fair. For Magna, you do want the Nexus because that is her best in slot by a mile. You got me on the technicality. But for Maribel, Amir, and Felipe, I really do like Sphere. But again, Golden Rule, it's a standard drop. You can get it like every run in Foretold Ruin. That's the one to get. And we can't even get our Rude. Can't even get our copy event, man. We're doing. As long as we get the copy chance, I think we're going to be okay with this. With this save file that we have for Kalipe. I think this save file that we're going to end up with is what I would call good enough for her run. God, we're still very low on points, though, because we didn't get any divines either. Like, there's not even an upgrade that we can take. I guess we'll cycle for the sake of cycling, just in case something else jumps out at me, but... What about Swamp of Judgment? I do not remember everything. Swamp of Judgment is the healer's one, though, right? If I remember correctly, Swamp is the one that's for healers. Again, not that that matters right now, but... Sorry. For healers and also for damage dealers because the crit rate set. The crit rate and crit damage combination is a decent option. Heavy Bash can be really cool just because it does give you the vulnerable stacks, but not something otherwise that we really care about. Obviously, it's too late for it to get like a Epiphany or Divine otherwise. Like, why is this our... Oh, you know what, though? This can get a, this can get the morale buff and stuff. Oh, have I been... Hold on. Have I been sleeping on this? So, immunity sucks, but upgrades are good. I'm gonna test this. I kind of forgot about that. So we might have to go into like the extra stages, go into the boss and try to Epiphany it. I mean, 100 fixed shield is just not a lot. Have I tried Epic 7? Yes. The last character that I played was Setsuna, so in part of getting ready for Chaos Zero Nightmare, I wanted to learn more about the company, learn more about their monetization and all that stuff, so I spent like 6 weeks maybe playing Epic 7. Not a ton of time to say like I know everything that there is to know about the game, but like I looked up Tristan Wolf, I watched all of his videos, like I really did invest a lot of time. Like people that have been by the stream know, but like I got that autism. So when I go into a game and I want to know more about it, I will look up everything about that game to try to form as complete as an opinion as possible. Oh, moment of truth. Oh my god, and a divine? Okay, well, one extra immunity is kind of a meme if we're being honest. But so like at start of this first one is actually pretty decent. Bro, 3 immunity is such bullshit. I'm gonna take it anyways, but wild. And again, for those that don't know, immunity is just a, you don't get a debuff for a turn. Sure, man, like, whatever. There is probably a better upgrade that we can take for that one. Now, technically, that would be very good for Maribel, because Maribel does have a build that cares about the number of counterattacks that you have. So that would be a good upgrade to take, because you can get multiple of those stacking up to give you more counterattacks. So, really niche use cases, but it's something. It's something, right? If I have Kalipe built, would you build Magna as well? Absolutely. Magna and Kalipe really go well together. No, I'm not playing Epic 7 anymore. I don't care for PvP. Oh, did the bro eat my vulture ejection for real? I will say, to their credit, I think Epic 7 handles PvP very, very well for the most part for a gacha game. However, I'm not someone who cares about PvP. I did watch the World Championship, and I watched like the finals that went to Game 7 and then had the upset, so that they had to like reset the series, and like how deep the guys were going in terms of like character knowledge and setup and all that stuff. I think that's really cool. Like the top end of PvP is honestly worth talking about and celebrating from a gaming standpoint, but Epic 7 is not something that like you should jump into X amount of years later. Yeah, I did not know Verdant Shackle by name, so I appreciate it. All right, moment of truth. No! No! Are you fucking kidding me? No, I double... Oh, jeez. Oh my god, it just double fucking clicked. Bruh, I'm fucking... Fucking unbelievable. Bro, where's my, like... Oh. Oh, wait, we would have went over on... Oh, shit. We would have went over on points anyways because of this damn Divine. I just realized. All right, so note to self, the upgrade's not worth it because we lose out on the extra vulture ejection. So this is never correct then. I mean, it might have like put back in the 2 cost, which would have been fine, but we need a mutant sample to kind of bring this together otherwise. Isn't the second one 30? Oh, wait, yeah, right. You're right. I always forget the first one's free because I usually try to copy a Divine, and the Divine you get the 20 cost for. So you're right. We would have been able to copy it. Damn it. So I'm not rolling on vulnerable per se. I am just trying to get a usable vulture ejection, which I really would have liked this version. In my mind, I was thinking about the Divine version, vulnerable though again. But this is oh god, I'm bummed, man. It's like the same time where I lost my 4 my 4 source of water is divine. I'm just like extra bummed because that's like an otherwise totally acceptable save if I just would have gotten the last vulture. I don't know. I'm gonna go look at it and ponder again if it's worth it or not. Yeah, 4 copies aren't real. They can't hurt you. Something just disconnected. Next. Because, like, here's the old one that I have, but it's, like, obviously very, very no bueno. Because it has all the extra stuff in it. This was back from before we knew how save data ultimately worked. So here's, like, the legacy one that I just stare at and think about my vulnerable stacks. That's the other one that we farmed, which is just not great. Oh, right. This was the meme one that I farmed that we found out was very bad because I tried to build the Forbidden thinking about my my Magna because I was going to pair her with Magna. And then I had like a couple different terms where it went into absolute protection. Like Nexus played Engraved Malice for free, which then played absolute protection and completely wiped out our turn. And I'm just like, oh, never doing that again. That felt terrible. So I learned real quick not to do that. That was a real feels bad moment. Again, would have been sick with Magna. It works out very well, but unfortunately, it was no good. And actually, while I'm thinking about it, we are just gonna delete this one. Oh, not that one. We are just gonna delete this one because it was bad. Oh, right, because this one had the counterattack. Right. Like, why didn't I like this one? Because the rally is super sick, right? Getting to... Oh, wait, no, it's the wrong rally, I just realized. Oh, looking back, I just realized this is the completely wrong rally. God dang it. What a cursed night, right? Again, this is the rally that we want because it'll always force a deck shuffle to give us our vultures back. So I guess, yeah, this one is better. This is such a meme, but whatever. Oh, I just realized I didn't have that running in the background. Oh, shoot. Did that not? Hold on. Did I break my other recording? Ah, sure did. Whatever. I'll worry about the vertical stuff on Thursday or Friday again. I have to do the... I gotta get the Enfield video out tomorrow. Oh my god, what am I doing? This one. All right, we're gonna give this one more run really quick, but I am gonna go run and grab myself some more water. So, if you've been here since the start of the stream, go hydrate, take care of yourself. We'll be back in just a minute with Felipe. But otherwise, let me know what you're farming right now, so I can really want to get back and talking about the tower. Obviously, Vanguards are gonna be really good, but as it turns out, having just a shield mechanic with like Serenial, if you have the gain shield on exhaust, that might be enough. But we'll be right back. Oh. But yeah, Narja big excite. We'll see how our kit comes together. Serenial Divine Laser is one hell of a grind to shoot for, so I wish you the best of luck. Oh, it's the attack one. Yeah, that's whatever. We are gonna try to get ourselves a removal event at a minimum, just to help with the deck building process. But we're gonna do one more run here. Just go until the Vulture Ejection gets its epiphany. See if the run is worth continuing or not, and then we'll focus on trying to make a couple more updates on YouTube, and then be back to streaming another round of Thursday or Friday. Nope. Oh, like Energy Barrier's not an exciting one, but it is a conversion event. And it exhausts itself. You know what? Sure, whatever. Just for the sake of trying to speed this up. Not a card I would normally take, but sure. That will be our one neutral card that we are allowed. By the way, what I was talking about earlier is this is the change that my video gave us, because they were going to take away our 10% health, and I was going to cry. Well, I did cry. There was no I was going to cry. I did in fact cry. And we got our buff back. This is up top. Ugh. Do we have a shop? Can we like cut up at all? No. Not a good start. But we're gonna just go with it. But yeah, so quick little recap just for those at the end who maybe weren't here earlier. Narja is going to be sick. The weekend or the week after that will be Enfield, and I will probably be spending a couple weeks on Enfield, but we're going to continue to do some Chaos Zero Nightmare content in the background. And then the only other gacha that I'm looking forward to currently, excuse me, is called Limit Zero Breakers, which we have no idea when that's coming out. There's just a closed beta test announcement, but I'll probably do some type of review video when it comes out, but at least for the foreseeable future, just going to be focused on Chaos Zero Nightmare and Enfield, and streaming kind of whichever one has a patch, or whichever one is taking up more of my time because I'm trying to do a video or something, but we'll be going back between them. If you're farming for a divine for any laser, you're going to want the one that moves the laser back to your hand at the start. It's the one that only has Afterglow 1 and 0 cost. Any data on Narja yet? No, unfortunately not. We are still in the dark about that one. Yeah, divines are something you definitely have to be careful with. Yeah, I will say I love my repose that has the AP. Zero cost repose that has a AP generation on it, but it feels so bad sometimes when you're using Veronica and she just cannot draw her own cards. Again, mostly for the deck cycling part of it. So I think the next season when I have to refarm Veronica save data, I am definitely going to try to go for a Divine Kowalski instead. Oh damn, early ass rally. That's neat. Just take my credits and moving on just to try to get this done as fast as possible. Sure, more shield, nice. Oh shit, no. Technically all of these are bad. Like, why? If this was the cost reduction, I would have felt a lot better about it. The Celestial is nice, though. I guess if I am remembering that we're building this for the sake of the tower, I am just going to take the shield here. I doubt it's going to matter, but the bigger shield means more sustain, yada, yada, yada. If she gets an Epiph with draw +1, will it draw her card? It can, yes. It'll just draw whatever the next card is. But the neutral epiphanies like that do act independently of the base card. Really do gotta upgrade her stats, because I wish it's also so funny just to watch how far the game has come, because like when we were starting, like, oh my god, Vulture Ejection, the most busted card in the game, does infinite damage, and like, you know, it does fine damage now, but the damage plus shielding is still worth a lot. Just being able to go into her ultimate is so crazy. Yes, please continue to discard my my card. That feels great. I always hate this fight because the shocks are just so annoying to draw. I need to just stop clicking on the bottom right corner because I keep hitting things I don't want to hit. Military Grenade is a great card for Veronica in the sake of doing it for Chaos runs because you always want to be spamming out your upgrades anyway, so just a free way to get extra damage. And sometimes end fights a whole turn or two earlier because of it. Or you just discard them anyways and nothing matters. But yeah, thanks for that crit. I mean, that did a lot of damage. Oh, man, you know you love to see that whirlpool. Absolutely not. Is Nakia better than Rosaria? I do not even know all the names of the partners, if I'm being perfectly honest. The one thing I will always go back to is just the 3-star partners are absolutely busted until the devs continue to buff the 5 stars like they have been, because Pekko is nuts. And if Pekko is a sign of like where things are going partner-wise, then they're definitely going to be buffed for the future ones. I really wish the speed up button did just anything. All right, I guess we're gonna have to hope for the random Vulture upgrade. Random Vulture upgrade, one-time dealer? Nope. Mika run? Oh, man. Womp womp. Why Fortitude, man? Yes, Serenial, her Pale Shooting Star was apparently bugged, so now it does actually work, and it'll trigger the epiphanies of the homing lasers, which is actually a really big deal for my favorite build of her. But yeah, we already technically have a save data for Mika, so I'm not interested in trying to make a save data that's going to go away in, 2 weeks. Or next week, even. I need to stop saying go away, but... I mean, if this could get the shield, that would be pretty sick. I really don't need another one, because I have a morale boost on her currently. Oh my god, it drew into the Fury. So rude. No damage for us. All right, we got our protection. Sure, just random defense item. We might go through this full run without getting the Epiphany then. Not crazy. We are still missing it, right? What else do we have? Because this can still get one. Again, it technically made our copy chance worse, but yeah. What are Epiphanies? You know what I'm saying? Sure. Let's go for a quick crit, see what happens. Maybe the rally hits every time. That Fury, man. Good lord. Again, the real downside of trying to level up Vanguards is that they just take so long to get through the Chaos. Because you lose out on that damage potential. Alright, well I guess we're going to go into the boss without getting an Epiphany here. I would say she's hard enough. Like, I'm not trying to go for a perfect build by any means, but definitely would like a little bit better. Oh, hold on, I guess. It's on sale, it's only going to cost us 10, then sure. I think it really just comes down to you accept that Vulture Ejection is your focus, and then anything beyond that is nice to have. But cannot get the Vulture Ejection to line up exactly the way that we want. Oh, rip. All right, we'll see how quickly we can cycle our deck then. Which one's Absolute Protection? Am I drawing a blank? Oh, her Giga Shield, yeah. I would not recommend grabbing this on her. Like, the way that the only thing that you really want to focus on for Kalipe is getting her Vulture Ejection copied. I would love to get a neutral vulnerable, like, okay, perfect world, we get the split upgrade that also has the vulnerable stacks on it as a divine. But honestly, otherwise, just a usable one, like a regular upgrade for her Vulture and then copying it. And I technically would have had a good start the last run, but not, got a little unlucky in that and skipped the copy at the last minute. Hate drawing the Fury here. How was it the first time that we've gotten Barrier to cycle back? Alright, I'm gonna click up here towards the top now. I'm not gonna make the same mistake twice. Alright, well, we got our copy, so we're at least gonna continue, I guess. Nope. We already took our neutral card, so we don't need it. I'll just throw it on our throwaway character for this run. Basic hit card counting as double is dope for, oh, Jesus, removal. Oh, wait, no, we have to go up. Oh, no, we still get this removal at least, so we have to go this way. That does not at all feel good. I'm sorry to hear that, Mischief. I think that's like also the worst part too, is like you can do everything right. You can get all the removal events in the world to have like the perfect setup, and you can still not have a 100% copy chance on the boss. I don't have a good answer on how they fix that, but I really wish they would have a like a deterministic way that if you're going through a run, you can guarantee that you're getting that copy at the very end. But I still remember in early Chaos Zero Nightmare when everyone was like, oh, you gotta do the triple conversion event because it saves you the most points. Meanwhile, those are the same people that were complaining about ruining their copy chance when it came around to it, so. 377% shield, brother. Lord. I'm not gonna take this because I want to put the divines on the vulture if possible. Yeah, we're happy with that one. Oh shit, I forgot we didn't even have Greatsword yet, man. Wild. We need to go up. Just waiting to see how these, waiting to see where our, vulture ejections are gonna go. Do we think that Fort is gonna be nerfed for this upcoming content? What do you mean by Fort? Yeah, this guy's just annoying. Nobody likes the counterattack aspect of it. Oh, Fortitude? No, I wouldn't expect so. I mean, that's more of a Cassius issue, right? More than anything else. It's greed, right? Gosh darn it, man. You think I'd have these known by now. Let's see if somebody in chat tells me before I can pull it up on the website again. All right, Wikibot, what do we got? It is greed? Yep, damn, I couldn't even load the website fast enough that time. All right, of course it doesn't hit the one that we need anyways. That's fine. That's fine. How many removal events do we have before I screw up? Oh, if we get unlucky, this might be our... Okay, so we have to remove our basics here. Man, unlucky run, actually. Not getting a lot of good removal lined up. That might have been too much. Right, like you could always roll the neutral game with it, but I would hope that the devs would reward players to go to that level of deck building and have that kind of strategy online, right? Like that's what we should be hoping for. Knowing the devs, right, there won't be a turn limit, but there will still most likely be some type of turn-based incentive. But if you want to take 50 turns to clear the content, by all means, you know, you'll probably be okay to do so. Love that sound. Bro, surely we get our divine here, right? I really hope the new stress mode makes use of the survival units like Kalipe. Me too. I know, like, having Vanguards be relevant is definitely something a lot of us have been asking for. Again, we'll have to wait and see how the devs deliver on it and how good it actually is, but I want to believe that it'll be good. I don't know. Maybe I'm the foolish one who always just kind of hopes for the best. I'll wait for the devs to prove me wrong, sort of thing. I mean, how many targets do we have? Oh, we can get Greatsword as well, plus the energy barrier. All right, place your bets. Energy barrier or vulture ejection? Actually, is it? There you go. All right, we are inside a tunnel. Place your bets. Is the Divine going to go for energy barrier or is it going to go on our vulture ejection? Hopefully one of the two. I mean, pretty good odds here, all things considered. So let's load it up. Let's see what we get in 3, 2, 1. Ah! Every time. Every time. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Apply vulnerable to all enemies. Okay. Okay. You know what? Sure. Sure, we'll grab it. There we go. It could have been worse, I guess. We got another stack of vulnerable in case we don't get divines on our vulture ejections. You know what? Sure. We did, in fact, ask for vulnerable. All right, exit the tunnel. Sometimes you just gotta believe in the Gamba, but can we also appreciate the fact that we're at the halfway mark on the interior and we still don't have our vulture ejections epiphanied? Like, that does kind of worry me a little bit. Oh, yep, we did not. Oh, man, we got hard denied. And we're only getting one more removal. All right, maybe we can trigger the divine. Oh, literally as I just say it. All right, Epiphany take 2. For Agony, boo on you. I guess we can just stack our damage. The 4 Agony is not it. Like, at this point, we do have to be mindful of divine costs and how much we're spending. Just in case. Does give you 1 silver veil, though? Yeah, but... I think we just can't afford to pick the divine here is the challenge. So, as everyone knows, that I am a deck thinning enjoyer, so I am just going to take the retained version. Because we're already at 100 points. Like, the way this build is going, I already have to keep my 2-cost slash. We are no longer able to remove our last basic. I keep forgetting we picked up basics hit twice. Or we just crit anyways. The downside to retrieve is that it doesn't work in the tower because after the first wave, you'll lose it. Narja kit will be out today? Nope. We gotta wait a week. Unless there was like a new tweet since I've been streaming, we have to always wait until the day of. Or sorry, the day before, technically. I know how time zones work. I gotta fight something. I'm gonna fight an elite. Oh yeah, I will complain on that hill all day long until we finally get something else, because we really do need to have more of an advanced notice for characters. Like, people need a pre-farm, creators need to actually spend time to build up farm save data for other stuff. Like, the company quite literally does not do anybody favors by waiting until the day of. Did I close out of that already? Yep, I closed out my tab. I'll figure that out later. This still cracks me up. Oh, I don't even have a ballista in hand to buff here. Goodness me. I'm just staring at this Vulture ejection, being mad about it, because it does not have a divine yet. Or sorry, it does not have an upgrade yet. I mean, if there's an upgrade to keep it, at least it's our 2 cost, so that we can make sure it triggers all these Celestial cards. Man, free 1200 damage at the start of the battle. Love that for me. Could use our Blessing of the Wave here off the top. Nope, but we do get a big old shield. We do not need that big of a shield, though. I'm starting to get this sneaking suspicion that these are not going to upgrade until the actual boss. How likely is it for the copy event? I mean, knowing my odds, not great. I'm not going to hold my breath for sure. I mean, we have to try to take it, right? Nope, replica. I mean, yeah, sure. We'll take the predator spike. How many points did I say? What are we at? We're at 170. Oh my god, we've gotten nothing. Oh wait, no, the first one's free. Hold on. 50 is 150. If these get, we could still get 1 divine. All right, yeah, whatever. All my homies hate basics. I don't think we need anything else, right? Gear is fine. There's nothing else I can like Nothing else I'm thinking of. Sure. Chess piece just because. All right, let the record show we've made it all the way to the final boss without our Vulture ejections getting epiphanies. This shit's cursed, man. And they're not in the deck either. Like, come on, man. It was supposed to be a shorter stream because I need to wake up early tomorrow for work, but bro, come on. Trust me when I say I don't want to know the odds. Yeah, bro, 4 stacks of vulnerable, though. Sick. Real Lab Zero moment. Am I right, chat? Am I right? Oh, man. I haven't had a run this bad in, honestly, quite some time. So maybe I was just overdue for it. Oh, for the love of God, let me draw into some attacks, man. Not quite what I was hoping for, but... Oh, sick. We actually do get a bunch of stuff back. Yeah, big fat shield. Very, very welcomed here. Well, the good news is we still have technically 2 battles at the core of Discord, so we might be able to save this run yet, but that would require me to be a gambling man, and I'm not sure I like how things are shaping up. All right, basic attack, spam, go. I will say, at least we got an easy boss for like our final copy chance and stuff. I really hope we do get the Core of Discord style of buff in future Season 2. Yeah, we're building DPS Mika, didn't you know? Oh, wait, I forgot. We have to copy the Vulture Ejection, which means we have to get 3 different Epiphanies. There's no way, brother. Fuck. We can't afford the Divine. We don't need more overpower. Bro, there's no point of even continuing this run, right? Like, there's no way. Top right moment? Top right moment, most likely. No, I'm not finishing a run with double Vulture Ejection, brother. No, we're done. We're done. Even if, well, I was gonna check, like, even if those get Epiphanied, am I happy with that run? No, we're not. Oh. It'd be like that sometimes. Nope. Nope. Higher score my ass, brother. Damn, so what do we have to show for it? Nothing? I mean, we did get like a slightly better save data, but I'm gonna have to spend another day on her. I'm not happy with yeah, I'm not happy with a 2 of Vulture Ejection. Like, we can do so much better than a 2 of Vulture Ejection on a run. Damn. All right, well. Oh. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. Like I said, I was happy that I was able to get these new scenes and everything else set up. Not going to get a chance to stream tomorrow because I'm going to be working on the Enfield video that I am going to be excited. I'm excited for that game, so I got to get out some type of video talking about it. Enfield, kind of my thoughts going into it, what I'm excited about, what I don't like about it. Of course, that'll be on the YouTube channel, so if you can, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Helps us out a ton. Back again on either Thursday or Friday, showing off more of the Kalipe run, just really trying to make sure that we can get a triple Vulture ejection style of deck for the Tower of Screams. After that, hopefully, we'll have time to do Amir, or I might unironically do Owen. Pause phrasing. Just because of, I know that in the Tower of Screams, there will be a leaderboard for every single combatant. So it will be really cool to see whoever clears Tower with Owen as what save data that they ended up building. So maybe that'll be a case for us to showcase. But until next time, my friends, stay safe, stay hydrated, take care of yourselves out there, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.